5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live in a computer that's your computer in your house because we're inside it. It's Dragon Friends!
Yay!
Do people put Twitter? Are we on Twitter? Is that what we're on?
We're on
Do people,
Twitch.
do people put Twitch on their like TVs? Like this, like
Some people do.
Like
If you've
Chromecast
got a
or something?
Chromecast.
Simon, who was in the Space Wombat in the chat,
Yeah.
was watching it while making dinner on his TV, on his massive
Wow.
TV. Telling
So
you.
we're basically on TV.
We're on
aren't we,
TV, guys.
Oh.
Wow,
we
that's
did
cool.
it.
How would you
Finally
explain?
did it.
Here's a great game. How would you explain to your mum what you're doing right now?
It's it's like
What
a
you did?
book, but on the internet.
As far as my parents are concerned, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend right now, and you guys don't exist.
Yeah.
My parents-in-law quizzed me over dinner about Dungeons and Dragons because they'd read something about it in the New York Times, and I think I've told you guys, but like, my wife's mum was like, I mean, I think you should probably take this to Hollywood. Like, it's such a good idea.
Wait, did they talk specifically about Dragon Friends in New York
Well, no,
Times?
but then like my father-in-law jumped on God no, but jumped on like our Patreon and was like looking at all the categories that have weird names like mouse burglar and stuff. He's like, oh, you can get a mouse burglar, and I was like, no, stop looking into this. Don't listen to him.
Okay, let's welcome our very special guest,
sorry.
Tom Walker.
Oh, yeah, we should explain
Good Walker, Tom comedian. Tom Walker, good comedian.
Good comedian Walker Tom.
People who listen to our podcast would know that Tom is a regular guest there, where he's played
Much more popular characters than any one of us.
Tom Walker is a British singer-songwriter.
Oh, man.
But also, Tom, if you're a subscriber to the Dragon Friends Twitch channel, Tom described all the custom emotes. Did you, Tom?
Yeah, there's some Toms going in the
big
chat.
Toms in the chat.
I made
Oh,
those
Tom's in the
to
chat.
signify that we all love Tom.
Yeah.
You're gonna do some new. You're gonna do a new set of emotes for us soon, aren't you? When we finally unlock some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of different Tom-based emotes. Probably some variants on that Hing head. Can we get some Hings going in the chat?
What do you have to type to get a hing?
I believe it's DF Hing or something. It's available in little pop-ups.
Dear Thing is my favorite
Hey,
rapper.
there's a little question from Zog Delta in the.
Hey.
Tom, how did you get so good at making emotes?
Oh, the key is to try to learn to draw several times, give up, and then just realize people don't really want to see good drawings when they're 28 by 28 pixels.
Sure.
Well, no. It's not that people don't want to see good drawings. It's that people will put up with bad drawings.
People will put up with you just taking a photo that your friend sent to a group
A
chat.
private group chat.
Yes.
We're obviously streaming from 7 p.m. in Australia, but shout out to all the people from like Louisiana and Texas. I'm seeing in the chat where it's 4 a.m.
Are we only popular in red states? Is that what this is?
Yeah. What's the situation there? Just so you know, we are obviously on the official.
Very left, on the left, politically.
We're on the official D&D channel, but we're also streaming ourselves on our own channel, which we're starting. Oh, my ear has started doing that thing. You know where it like beeps? It's like you get a bit of water in it and your ear beeps.
Oh,
Sorry, reset. We need to reset
yeah.
Dave again.
Guys,
Awful.
Turn him off and on again.
our DM bot is malfunctioning.
You have the most unrelatable body I've ever seen.
Nobody else gets that.
You
But
guys-
ear
you
beeps.
know that thing where your inner core fills with water, and then your outer core has to compensate that by increasing the fluoride to your sacs. You guys know that? You guys all get that?
Yeah, you guys don't
Oh,
know how
yeah.
when you put a finger in your belly button and then pull on your ear, you black out for 5 seconds and then
Fun
wake up
fact.
not remembering the day before?
Fun fact. This finger has been numb for 2.5 days.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
Wow,
What happened to
great.
your thumb? Did you bite it too
Oh,
hard?
fun fact. Yeah.
Because it was numb and he didn't realize.
You're trying to graduate from sucking your thumb.
was eating a hot
Show
dog.
you're a man by biting your thumb to calm down.
It's just, it's like there's a robot whispering in my ear. This is going to be a really
Again.
interesting show.
Do you, well, is there something we can
I'm
do?
You guys
just
want
gonna
to
go
see a
through it.
dead body?
I'm just going
Push
to
it
go
through
through
the pain.
Hi, Sweden.
What's up, Sweden?
I'm not well. So we have our
Yeah, let's
own.
get some Daves in the chat for Dave's
Dave,
finger,
Dave,
please.
Dave, Dave, Dave.
We have our own Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/dragonfriends. And starting, shut up, for the week after next, we're going to be doing these streams there. So you can see this thing up here. If you want to follow us, I think we'll put something in the chat. You should follow our channel so that you get notifications at 5 a.m. and you get up and watch our show.
And when we're done with this, are we going to go over to our channel?
Yeah, we haven't. The only things we've done on our channel was a tech test, and drunkenly we live tweeted. We did a live recording
mad.
of Ben Jenkins getting a tattoo.
What are you mad about, Simon?
Well,
Let's hear this grievance.
You weren't there in LA. Ben was like, oh, because he's always threatened to get promised to get a Dragon Friends tattoo because we reached like 1,000
Sure.
somethings.
This is Ben Jenkins,
Jenkins.
who's pissed himself to death.
Yeah, dead. Famously dead.
But he's getting better.
He's getting better. And he was like, oh, what would it look like? I was thinking like a big thing there. I was like, that will look terrible. Let me draw it on your arm so you'll know how terrible it is. And he was like, okay. And then he's like, but I was like, you could do it here next to his other super weird tattoo. Hi, Ben, if you're listening. I just did a little sketch. And I was like, absolutely, you're not going to go and get that drawing tattooed on your arm because that's just a dumb sketch with a Sharpie. And he's like, oh, absolutely not. I'm going across the road to do it now. And then he did. And then the tattoo artist gave negative like 10 fucks because it was his last tattoo of the day. And we're just like,
And a drunk guy and his dickhead friend with a live streaming mobile phone had come in. So if anything, he was angry.
yeah.
But how does Ben feel about the tattoo?
He is stuck with it. And so he has made his peace.
Hey.
The cute little boy that he's got.
I
next to his
think it's quite cute. I don't
liked
think it looks like Bobby.
It doesn't look like Bobby. It's supposed to be Bobby, but it's anyway.
Well, I mean,
You can see it on our Twitter. I think there's a photo.
I'm happy to start a campaign for Ben to get a proper Dragon Friends tattoo.
We should get him to make another because that one doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. One of maybe that hing emote on his arm.
Yeah.
That I like.
What about that hing emote, life size, on his face?
Hey.
And then he can get like, he can get you off hook on like alibi murder cases.
And also, it solves that pesky thing of his son recognizing his face.
Also, it could get Ben a lot of diversity jobs. You know? Would that work?
Yeah,
Does that work?
that's
I don't
true.
know. Haven't tried.
How's Rachel Dolezal
Is it
doing?
yellow face?
What?
Is it yellow face?
No, it's hing face. It's,
okay.
it's more specific, so less offensive.
If we didn't mention, because I thought a robot was trying to kill me, and he's back, we are
How do you know it's a he?
we're playing the D&D Stranger Things starter set, our own sort of version of it, which is available in stores now. You can get it on Amazon. I think D&D just tweeted a link on this when they said it was going live.
There it goes.
Yeah, it's great. It's a third level adventure written from the perspective
Put more hands.
of
Of a robot inside your ear.
Mike Wheeler. It's really cute. It's got really
Thanks for the follow.
comes with characters, a Demogorgon miniatures, and a really good quick start. Better, I think, than the original starter set. Quick
And
start rules.
just to be clear, it's nothing. It's only our adventure is only very loosely based on what
Because we didn't want to ruin it for you guys.
exactly. We so generous and lovely.
Tiny
Also-
Voltaire says the Stranger Thing hook is for sure happening this episode, right? Well, you would think so.
Yeah,
It was meant to happen already.
Thank you, Jerry 5498. I am indeed
Cosplaying.
as Dustin for this Stranger Things stream.
I mean, isn't that hat from the thing though?
Yeah.
That hat's from the kit.
The D&D guys gave me this hat, and I meant to return it, but then I left with it wearing on, and now you're not getting it back. It's mine now. I'm Dustin forever.
Cool.
Do you want to tell us about your character, or should we just dive in and we'll meet them?
Should we introduce ourselves to new people?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Hello, I'm Michael Hing. I play a character called Friezo. He's a homeschooled high elf warlock. And currently he's collecting... Oh, God, it just sounds so weird when you have to say it out loud out of character. But he's currently sort of collecting body parts in a soup sack.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's so unfair that
sack.
sounds weird out of character.
Yeah.
Soup
Yeah, Dave, who are you?
I'm the Dungeon Master, and my name is Dave.
And I have a robot in my head.
I have a robot in my head who is trying to kill me.
Yeah, you received a phone call 7 days ago.
It's upsetting, but
About 6.5 days ago, Dave watched this creepy Japanese movie, and it's going to
was
kill
it
him.
creepy? It was
It's
cool.
called Neo Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, man. That was based on a true story.
Called Rengu. And yeah, any moment now, Dave's going to cry to this television and kill you.
If people are just tuning in for the first time now, and they have no idea what happened in the last 2 episodes, where can they watch those?
You can watch them on the twitch.tv/D&D channel on the VODs, which should be up here somewhere. And you can also get them on YouTube. I think if you just search Dragon Friends Stranger Things.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's
On
some
the
of those
D&D
words.
channel?
Yeah.
Introducing. Keep going.
Oh, hello. I'm Eden Lacey. I'll be playing Baston Introvich, human, handsome man, fighter. And I'll also be doing some NPC voices if the Dragon Friends encounter any characters. But I'm totally impartial.
And Simon?
Hello, I'm Simon Griner, and I play Bobby Pancakes, a halfling boy. And he is a rogue.
Is he a boy?
Nah,
He's a full-grown
He's a
man.
man, and he has the name Pancakes.
Cool. And are we going to get to know Tom's character now or when we meet him? What do you want to do, Tom?
Will be a delightful surprise.
I'm happy to.
We'll bring him in.
Yeah, we'll bring him in.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
bring him in.
let's play it for real.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, I think that's about it for anyone that asked and is just tuning in. I have a robot in my head that's trying to kill me because it just keeps beeping in my ear. It started when we started streaming.
Do you have a hearing aid or something? Is that
No.
what's going on?
No, it's the thing where you get a bit of water in your ear and it sounds like a robot.
Dave, that is not.
No, you just get a little bit of water.
If you
What are
if
you
you
talking
Googled
about?
that
Yeah, a little bit
now,
of
it would
what-
tell you you're already
Do you know
dead.
how to get that out? You have to literally like hop on one leg, the leg that's closest to
Yeah.
the ear, and like just do it.
He knows what I'm talking about. It's
I
happening.
don't know about the robot thing.
It's like zzz, 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 zzz.
You know what it could be, and this is a true thing.
A beat.
Some sort of bug.
Oh,
Oh, that's exciting.
A weevil.
Had a very,
Okay, all right. Well, that's fun. I'm here for 2 hours and 15 minutes before I can get to a
somebody suggested
hospital.
that you pinch your nose and blow it out.
No, that'll burst your eardrum.
what if-
Did you hear about those the tears the bees that feast on tears
They're butterflies.
that were living inside someone's eyes?
I wish you hadn't told me that. Side.
Do spiders make a buzzing noise? It's probably a wasp, Dave. It's probably a wasp.
Oh, a robot was such a happier. Oh, this is terrible.
It's a nanobot.
Not super hard.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay,
Sweat bees.
this is gonna be Dave. This is gonna be Dave.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah.
Good. It's gonna be good.
Are we ready to play some Dungeons
Yeah,
and Dragons?
that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Wrath of Khan,
Let's have Dave's last words be find out next time.
Hey, guys, let's make sure this is a really great session because
might be
this might be
Dave's
the last one we ever do.
Hey, say hi to Ben for us.
Yeah, when you when that bee pisses itself to death in your ear and you subsequently die.
This is very distressing. It was supposed to be a holiday, a few nights revelry at the castle of Sir Tristan of Diana, a local retired adventurer with a penchant for tall tales and good company. He had invited you to his home for a few much days and needed off, but with Filge going missing in the night, it's been business as usual for the dragon friends, and now bleeding, slightly singed and far below the castle proper, you found yourself trapped in a strange new room. While a fire trap rages in the corridor behind you, there is little to do but explore the space. Otherwise, nondescript, your eyes are drawn to a strange stone portal cut into the wall opposite the only door. Inside the portal is an inky blackness that seems impossibly deep. It seems to call to you with a hum that gets louder by the second.
Does it sound like it's sort of in my ear, like a bee or something? Is that
The
what it's...
sound of the fire fades away, and the room drops from your field of vision until only the portal stands in front of you. It pulls at you, tugging with an urgency that suggests perhaps you should have found it earlier than the penultimate episode of this adventure series, but here we are. Bobby, you find yourself walking towards it mesmerized. Your arm lifts by itself, and you tentatively push your hand through the thin mucous membrane.
Ugh.
No. Oh, God, not again.
Okay,
ASMR screen happening right now.
No ASMR goop.
The thin mucous membrane of the portal's threshold. It parts easily, but when you try to pull your hand out, it clings with incredible strength. There's only one way forward. One by one, you enter the portal while your Aarakocra guide, Aaron Cockring, stands watch behind. So R.I.P. Jordan. One by one, you all emerge into a new room, also hexagonal.
Hexagonal?
Thank you. Also mostly empty, save a single bulky creature watching you curiously by the room's only door.
What kind of creature is it? What are we talking? Humanoid?
Well, do you want to describe it?
Yeah. The creature you see before you. This is fun. The creature you see before you is turtle-like in shape,
In shell.
but man-like in stature.
Tom.
Yes.
Are you describe?
Is there an Eastman and Laird vibe to this
Is this
amphibious?
is this turtle named after a sort of Renaissance painter?
No, this turtle's name is Beakus. So
Why is the turtle named Beakus?
because I didn't put any thought.
Does he have a beak?
Is it a snapping turtle?
I realized that. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm a turtle rogue. I only realized when Dave posted the screenshot of my chat to Twitter that I had made a ninja turtle.
Wait. So you made wait.
Oh,
You
that
made-
wasn't on purpose?
No.
You made a humanoid turtle
Yes.
rogue that sort of does like
Rogue acrobat.
rogue acrobat.
He fights with 2 swords.
That's not a ninja turtle.
No, I was just like, he's a nice guy who I really want to
His
be
name
friends
is
with.
his name is Leonard O, and he.
You know how there's all those stories about Robin Williams stealing jokes from people, but the whole thing is he watched so much comedy that he like just absorbed them and then like forgot that someone else wrote them.
Yes.
That's kind of what's happened here. You've just thought you've invented a ninja turtle, but it's just
I've invented the very interesting concept of a turtle who can do a backflip. Anyway, Beakus watches you and then slowly withdraws half into his shell, leaving just his eyes poking out.
Is there a scarf across his eyes at all?
No, it's
No?
firmly around his neck.
Which we can't see because it's in the
Like
shell.
a kerchief.
Yeah, exactly. You can see just the end of it poking out.
So I guess Bobby's come through the portal first.
And he's armed also with short swords, I think, and daggers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can he get his swords into his shell, or are they like?
I think what happens is it's kind of like when a character runs really fast in a cartoon and whatever they're holding like spins in the air and then drops. So whenever I go thunk, the sword is like yeah.
That's adorable.
Anyway, I'm there. Hello.
Hi.
Haven't had people come through there in a while.
What is this voice? What is this voice?
What do you mean?
This is, for anyone who doesn't know, this voice that Tom is doing is a slightly higher pitched version of his terrible Homer Simpson impression.
Wait. What? No. Oh, can I see your Homer Simpson impression?
Okay, yeah. Oh, Marge. Bart keeps kicking me in my bottom. Marge. Bart and I want to go down to the shops for frosty chocolate milkshakes. It's just close enough to be really upsetting.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
uncanny valley of cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Well, should we call out to this? Do we know? Have we seen a turtle before? Do we know what a turtle is? Is there like?
You know what a turtle is? You know what a turtle is as well? Yeah.
Oh, a turtle. A turtle is the race of people that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They're
Is a small turtle a tortellini?
I was gonna say that, but I didn't.
I went there.
Yeah. Is he fully man-sized? Like
Okay,
how
you're saying all of this in the game, and I say, yes, my young could be a plural tortellini, but if you have one child, it's a tortellino or a tortellina. And what was your question?
What is this place? What are we?
No, that wasn't it. Well, go ahead.
What is this place?
Oh, it's crazy in here, dude.
Cowabunga.
I mean, wait, no. Pigabunga.
If you're going to be a pathetic Ninja Turtle ripoff for the rest of the show,
I don't want to be.
Then don't.
Pigabunga.
you're in
It's
life.
your destiny, Tom.
Said to me by the dying
Yeah.
DM.
Reclaim.
I've been down here. I was part of an expedition to scout this mysterious place. Only realized too late that there's no way back far as I can see.
What about back through this hot?
And you turn around and you see that the portal, the black mucus membrane is gone, and behind it is just brickwork. It's just stone.
huh?
But with like weird vines growing over it.
Can I do it? Would we have met turtles before?
Well, you haven't because you're homeschooled.
Right. But the turtles, would Friezo might have read though about turtles, and would he know how old a turtle is? Like how long they live?
He's
kind of
right here. Just ask him.
Well, I'm just trying to guess because the voice Tom's giving off is probably of a wizened old turtle, but he did say pigabunga before, which makes me think he might be a radical teenager. And I'm just trying to guess where, like if this is a child or an adult turtle.
They live to about 50, and they're about 5 feet
Oh,
tall.
that's sad.
50, that stinks.
Their hearts are just ticka 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 ticka.
Oh, boy.
How do they mostly
make
die, Dave? What's the thing ravaging out? Why do they have such a low life expectancy?
Shredders.
They're delicious.
Have you heard that thing about how turtles are
yeah.
delicious? Do you know about this?
Yeah.
No, what?
Yeah.
There's this horrible story about how when the Galapagos turtle was first first discovered by white people.
Tortoise.
And just sorry, a tortoise. They had a crew of people in the island. They were going to bring them back to the British Royal Society, and they took one back. But on the way back, on the boat trip, the sailors just ate it. So they brought back the shell, and they were like, "Oh well, maybe you go back and get another one." And so they're like, "Okay, this time we go, we're going to get one to eat and one to give them."
Oh, so
And
this would also just because there's not a lot of meat. They don't have that much meat on their line.
Well, there's fish and whatnot, but then the sailors just ate both of those tortoises, and then this went on for like decades, and there was no like specimen in the British whatever.
There's a whole room in the British like Royal Society of Explorers, which is just chock full of. It's
Tortoise
like it's like
shells.
backstage at like Mario. There's just like
Yeah.
stacked up.
Well, like I think Darwin was on. I remember a thing about Darwin sailing through waters and like his ship at rest clunking up against the shells of turtles, and then they all realized that these turtles were delicious, and then slowly ate them out of existence.
Oh man, people are the worst.
So many turtles.
Anyway, sorry. So this is what's your hey Turtle, what you got there?
Oh, it's my body.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool body.
Thanks.
Sorry, that's really your go-to question, isn't it?
Well, I just introduce myself. Hello, I'm Friezo. This is Bobby. This is Baston.
Hello.
Hello.
We've also found ourselves.
Hello. This is fun.
It is.
Have you?
I slapped both of them.
Oh, sorry. Beakus is the name.
Because have you met a lot of or interacted with a lot of people before?
Huh?
You're giving off giving off a real loner vibe.
I've taken out a few Toastmaster courses. I believe I'm doing my best.
Beakus, did you come?
Drip, drip, drip. That's the sound of a tap. But aren't we all a tap in real life?
Okay, he's mad. We have to
Wait.
time up.
Am I a tap?
Oh.
Wow. I like this guy.
We choose what flows through us. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, wow.
You get the sense that Beakus has been hit by himself for quite a while.
Do we think that? And this is not a. I'm asking this as Michael Heng, not as Friezo. But do we think that
Beakers is delicious.
Beakers would be delicious?
Michael Hing, the vegan.
Well, no. But I'm asking this as playing. I just want to make sure that Beakers doesn't know that Friezo's thinking this.
You want Tom to know that Hing's thinking this.
I want-
Tom, your real friend in the real world.
No, I want you to answer me if you think Beakers would be delicious, so that then I can know. And Tom's too dumb to really understand any of this.
He's right.
Only the heart.
Only the heart.
The rest of it would be too tough.
Oh, okay.
I reckon you make a soup. I reckon you could make a soup out of Beakus. What are you rolling? What is that?
Soup check.
I got an 8, Dave. What is this? What's my soup check? Which skill do I use for soup check?
Oh, I would
Astronomy.
say
Is that medicine or is that survival?
I think it's survival. I don't
Plus
know
0.
why.
So I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So the soup is.
Writing that down.
Sorry, guys, we're not going to get to the
If
Stranger
you,
Things.
flipped it, if you flip a turtle and put it just right on the fire, does it cook itself? You just like
Sun. Well, they can't
no,
write itself.
no. If you put it on a fire, so you've got a bowl, and then you just peel off the top, and you've got turtle soup.
No, you need to add some sort of liquid.
Yeah.
Also, you get all the poop in its.
Oh yeah, you got
You
it.
got to gut the turtle before you. Are we talking about this in front of Beakers?
Oh, ha 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 ha. Yeah, turtles suck. Well, this would be like if you guys were talking about eating chimps. It doesn't. If I was talking about eating chimps in front of you guys, it doesn't affect me.
You need a chimp?
Wouldn't you? Things look delicious.
No, they're basically sentient. They use tools. They can solve puzzles.
Yeah, so can turtles.
Well, not turtles though.
Oh, no.
Dave.
Turtles.
Baston investigates the room.
Okay. There is, as I said, the portal is just bricked up, but to
Yeah.
the west there is one door leading out. Other than that, you can see the remains of a sort of campfire where Tortle has set up shop. There's his bedroll. Does he have a bedroll? How does he sleep?
I think that having a bedroll would not be. I don't know what's touching it. I think he was issued a bedroll as part of his expedition, and he lays it out every night, but then just clunks onto the back of his shell.
And
Just even fold up the bedroll to use as a pillow.
No, well, what's it's gonna do unless the bedroll's inside his body?
maybe he just like Linuses it. It's like a comfort bedroll.
It's got
He
a
just
little
nice.
yeah.
That's
He
cute.
just holds on to it.
Yeah, cute look.
But yes, other than there's a bedroll and there's the remains of sort of a fire and a cooking pot, but only a door leading out to the west.
Let me show you guys around. That's my fire. That's my bedroll. Okay.
You lit a fire indoors.
Well, it wasn't. We kind of ran out of stuff to do.
How long have you been here?
Oh, it's hard to say, but I can tell you it's less than 50 years.
How do you
My
know?
race has a tragically short lifespan.
Is that on account of the
Oh, big hearts.
delicious hearts?
No, well, some say they're delicious because of all the work they have to do. Wait.
So what's outside?
I don't know. I've kind of just stuck around this room.
Not a very
for
curious
while.
guy, are you,
How
Tortle?
did you get into this room?
Huh?
How did you get into this room?
Well, I went through the membrane, which is still the. What? Well, I haven't turned around for a few years.
And then you just stayed in this room and never went past here.
It seemed like the best idea. I was
Okay.
all alone. There was no backup.
Has anyone come through here? Any monsters or other explorers?
Whoa! That was my reaction to you throwing your knife on the ground.
I'm trying to punctuate my sentences with physical action.
Sometimes I hear noises further down, but nothing more.
Who's farther down?
You
Do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Beakus, you said that you were part of an expedition.
Oh,
So where are the other members of your party?
gone. One by one. Sometimes 2 by 2.
Like
we
the animals in
weren't-
the ark.
Yes.
How many members of your expedition were there? 3 of them and a rat?
So where did they? But what do you mean? They
There was a half-human wizard named Warmo. The other half was elf. I'm trying to create some kind
So
of...
my joke was Ninja Turtles and Splinter.
Oh, I'm dumb. I went to the
You have
dragon.
this- you have
I
a-
went to
you-
the Dragon Friends and Katie.
You have a literal problem with your head, which is that if you see the shape of the Ninja Turtles, you see anything other than the Ninja Turtles.
Oh no!
It's a,
You got to do the rest of the names then.
Come on, Warmo.
Womo?
It was Warmo.
You piece of shit.
Warmo. William Breakfast. Pilb. And
Splinter.
Splinter, the rat.
how embarrassing.
the answer was Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Legally distinct from Goston.
Baston goes to the doorway and sees what he can smell.
He smells what he can smell.
You smell
Yeah, smells what he can see.
death and decay. You feel like you're sort of
Oh,
underground.
Ooh.
gross.
Funerary.
Does it smell different from before?
But you've never been in this room before.
Oh, does it smell different from the last room we were in?
No, it's sort of a little bit stranger. The air has a
Oh, smells strange in here.
the air feels a bit off.
I've got another question for Beakus.
Oh God.
Hello.
You know in a cartoon when there's a
Oh.
hermit crab
Ooh.
and you go inside the hermit crab shell and it's a house?
Certainly, I love cartoons.
Yeah. So do you live inside your shell? Is there like a sofa in there you sit in, or is your shell just about the same size as your body, fully extended, and you couldn't walk around in your shell, could you?
My friend, let me tell you this. The confines of this shell are what you see before you, apart from the heady playground of the imagination. Why, with this noggin, I can be anywhere. On top of a Ferris wheel. In a room.
On top of a Ferris wheel. About to get on a Ferris wheel.
In those few precious moments before the ceasing of a Ferris wheel.
Telling my mother how much I enjoyed the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. Using the power of magical thinking, Beakus has spent an unspecified amount of time imagining being on a single Ferris wheel, not different ones. The same Ferris wheel and specific scenarios relating to directly before and just after the Ferris.
Hey, Beakus.
It's
Ever pretended you were the guy running the Ferris wheel?
Whoa, okay, you guys leave me here. I've got some catching up to do.
Greg the Connie. Okay.
Kagoog.
his little hands. He balances on a shell and his little hands are just in front of him holding an imaginary.
Eyes tightly shut.
You investigate the door. The door is not locked.
Okay. Okay, Baston opens the door.
Okay, you can see a corridor leading to the south.
Just as I suspected. A corridor.
You should go and see if it's trapped, Baston.
All right. I go and investigate.
Okay, so the corridor is about 20 feet long. Yeah, roll for me. And it's got a door to the west,
10.
plus your investigation.
No, it's
Minus
11 minus
one.
1, so
Okay.
10.
10.
Yeah.
So as far as you can see, without actually going down it, it seems fine. It seems familiar to you. It's sort of strangely familiar, but otherwise,
Strangely familiar or just a regular sense of familiar? How strangely familiar?
just like you've been here. The whole thing is a sense of deja vu.
Huh.
Are we in the Matrix? What does that mean in the Matrix when there's deja vu?
A red lady walks past in a dress.
No, but what does it mean though?
Matrix.
And that means that the computer's fucked up.
Have you left the turtle just enjoying?
All hands inside the carriage.
You can just hear him whenever he reaches the top of the Ferris wheel. You can hear him go like, "Oh wow, what an interesting attraction!" Oh,
No,
I
everyone,
can see my house. Fairy floss. I can see myself having that later on.
you'll need 3 tickets to ride the Ferris wheel. If you have 4 tickets, you get to have 2 goes.
Somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, cool, only half an hour to get to the first action," but they have abandoned the action and they are back to talking to the turtle.
The turtle.
Whoa, sorry, I almost went too deep there. I had a dream within a dream where I was manning the Ferris wheel at the same time as riding it.
What's your totem? What's your totem?
Oh, goodness. Well, I can't tell you, you tricky dick.
The spinning top?
No!
Ferris wheel?
Am I dreaming now?
The hallway.
Baston, yes.
I feel like the hallway. Are there any doors coming off it?
Yeah, so there's a door leading off to the west on your right, and then at the very end you can see a sort of another big stone door with some kind of emblem carved into it.
Wait,
Do we recognize the emblem?
is this the inverse of where we just were?
Oh!
Yes, well done. So you realize
So that's the cathedral.
leading into the cathedral, yes. In fact, for paying attention and not doing Ferris wheels, you can have an inspiration.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna get some Tic Tacs.
Can I get a Bitcoin for playing the Ferris wheel game?
No.
Okay.
But how are we going to ride the Ferris wheel without Bitcoin?
Did you see you were saying that somebody thinks that I bully you too much in this show?
Oh, no, someone DM'd me and said that, that you bully me too much on the show.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah.
Wait, so what does that mean? What does that mean if this is the reverse?
That means that we know.
We know we have to go back the exact way we came to get out, but opposite
Okay.
because it's upside down, because it's flipped. Does that make sense? Simon?
Oh, so
Yeah.
doors that were on the left will be on the right.
Yeah.
What's up is
down and down?
what's down is up.
Wait, does that mean that everything that wasn't booby-trapped before will be booby-trapped now?
You fall through a trap.
Oh, you fall through a trap.
Cool.
But all the traps unstab you.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean he's not in here with us? We're in here with
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so that means
So you know how that works. You can use that for a reroll anytime you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Cash it in.
in this hallway there was the fireball trap. Yes.
Yes. So when we go through this door, make sure that there's no. We don't.
There were
Did you go out the
skeletons.
drawer yet?
There were skeletons?
No. Can I
there's
look for
the tripwire.
Can I look for the tripwire?
Okay, so with advantage, because you know what you're looking for, make for me.
Yeah, I'm a thief. I
one
got
more
thief skills.
Investigation check.
1
And a 16.
and a 16. Phew.
Okay, as you get closer, you see what looks like shining, just a bit of light reflecting. You can see, and you point out to the others that a few steps ahead of you is what seems to be the tripwire again.
Okay, right. I say tripwire, and then I make
And
an
it's still-
intelligence check to see
it's
that I
still
don't forget it.
glowing and it was like I think it was a fluorescent green because of the prestidigitation spell
Yeah.
that's cast on it.
So
But this is fluorescent purple.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you get an, do turtles get an armor bonus when they're in their shells?
They certainly do. Yes.
Because I've got a great idea, you guys.
Okay, well, here's the specifics of me going into my shell. As an action, I can withdraw into my shell to gain a +4 bonus to AC, an advantage on strength and constitution saving throws. While in my shell, I am prone, my speed is 0, and I have disadvantage on dex saving throws, and I can't take reactions. I can emerge from my shell as a bonus action.
Awesome.
Can you take a
So
run
awesome.
and then jump into your shell and slide?
Oh, we
Are
can
you
just
asking, are
we
you
can
asking if
push.
you can Sonic the Hedgehog it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, could you have to retract? Beakers, I have a question.
Hello.
When you retract your limbs and head into your shell, is it one by one, or do they all have to go in and out the same length?
I haven't really thought about it. Let me just... and everything goes in at once. And he pops back and he's like, whoa!
So you couldn't, for example, leave out your tail so we'd have something to swing you with?
Oh, let me just check that. He tries really hard, but he can't do it.
Okay. So I guess what we've got to do is set him up, tee him off, and then, Baston, what do you...
I'm just seeing what it's like to move your limbs independent. Never mind. Don't mind me.
No, moving your limbs independent is your...
No, it's like moving your ring finger.
Oh,
and
I
your-
see.
You know when you try and move your pinky toe independently of your other toes, and
Yeah.
you can't?
Yeah.
So what are you suggesting? Are you,
I think if we want to get through all these traps, what we do is Beakers. You're the most armored out of all of us. You get in your shell.
All right,
and
I'm
we
going to just look for traps. I'm a rogue.
Okay.
Or do that.
Yeah, use your use your thieves' tools.
That's 4.
well, Beakers, because you failed.
Vegas runs forward and pulls out goes.
I have an eye for detail. I can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or to make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues. Does that do anything?
Maybe. Can I just see that really quickly?
Wouldn't a bonus action only take place when we're in combat?
I guess.
Does it give you? No. All right. Right. So there's no advantage or anything.
No.
Right. Okay. So that was your. All right. You rolled a 4.
Yep.
So you,
remember to loot his shell when you're done with Tom. Steal his sofa.
So the turtle races forward because you're all talking about grabbing him, tying him into a ball, and then just bowling him down the corridor. And he, in his panic, he races forward and he triggers the tripwire. And this time, instead of the fire spraying, there's a suction and a thwomp sound, and it seems like a kind of ochre, sort of like gelatinous form just falls from the ceiling at a great height directly onto you, and grapples you to the ground. Quickly make for me
To retract into your shell there, turtle boy.
a DC 12.
8.
Right? What's your?
Yeah, but no, I don't have anything.
You got acrobatics.
Yeah, I have acrobatics. Acrobatics +6.
Yeah.
That's 14.
So at the last minute, you manage to sort of wriggle free, and it sort of sits there sizzling, and the stonework around it starts to smoke as a pseudopodic forms of these kind of like little tentacles isolate themselves, and it rises up, sensing for everyone. And we go into combat.
Oh, do we recognize this creature?
It's a jelly. It's an ooze.
What a
Goop.
what a goose. Baston, what a goose it weak to.
Dust. If you put a lot of dust on a goop, it'll dry it out.
All right, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast. That because maybe the force from that will kick up some dust.
Okay, well, that's not true, but by all means. Actually, no, if we're going into combat, the first one up.
Initiative.
Thank you very much, is Bobby.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm going to keep the 18 I just rolled, though.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna knock an arrow into my bow, and no, that does not hit.
Wait, what's its armor
It's a
class?
6. Oh, I don't know.
What's the armor class?
8.
8? Oh, I think you do hit it.
Yeah, you'll hit it. What's your attack
Yeah,
bonus?
you get +5. Plus
This is a big, like, gelatinous form. It's not good at dodging.
Okay, right.
hit it.
So I hit it, and then
you roll that dice.
that's
Hey, Jordan's in the chat. Hello, Jordan.
Hey,
What's up,
Jordy.
Jordan?
Ah.
sorry, a pelican died.
You do D6 plus 3.
Yeah, sorry. 7.
7. Okay. It seems like your arrow goes right through it, and it doesn't seem to do any damage to it at all. Just passes right through it.
It's as if you were shooting an arrow into Gak or some other slime. A bowl of jelly. Any other slimes?
Ooh, none that are. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Baker's your next.
Okay. I would like to use eye for detail. I can use a bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or to make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues to figure out what this thing is.
You are a one-trick turtle over here, aren't you?
It's the one thing I've read. That is a 12.
I think is that a D20 or is that a D12 you're rolling?
That's a D20.
Okay,
That's
cool.
15, 17. All your favorite numbers are on this goddamn thing. You got to get a load of it. There was also someone asking that in the chat. I appreciate it. These have just been very bad rolls.
So you realize that there were vents on the sides of the corridors, and then it sort of squeezed through, some way connected to the tripwire. You can tell, as I said, which I sort of already hinted at, that it's seems to be acidic because it's smoking the flagons. Is that what we call
Flagstones?
flagstones?
Smoking the flag.
Smoking those flagons.
Smoking the flag.
Dude, this 4th of July, we're going to go smoke some
You
flaggers.
also get the sense that its movement is based on sound. You realize that it's much more reactive. It didn't notice the arrow pretty much at all. It's much more reactive to the sound of you guys walking around.
Okay, cool.
And then
That's
what's
your bonus action, so you still get an action.
Okay, great. Well, I will. I'm gonna try and go into stealth. Is there any way of sneaking around this ochre?
Isn't the ooze on you?
Or is it
No,
totally-
I flipped away from it like some kind of 35-year-old samurai turtle.
Yeah, you're about 5-10 feet away from it.
Okay, cool.
Is it blocking the whole pathway?
Yeah, it's large, so it's filling up.
It's
Could it be
okay.
bolted?
Sorry.
Could you jump over it?
Yeah, I reckon you could probably get over it, but it is going wall to wall.
You can't go under it.
Okay, do we think we all
Can
just
go
want
through
to?
it.
No, we all do. Yeah, you're gonna get through it like a kid on a bodyboard.
Just
Do we all just want to run past this thing, or do we want to fight it?
no. I'm pretty sure Dave just said you can't. You can try and jump over it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not
Oh,
through it.
yeah. But do you want?
You're
to
on the
run
other side.
over this thing? Oh, I'm on the other side.
Yeah,
Oh, good. I'm just gonna stay there.
Well, you're not going to
that's
do
your
an action?
action.
Well,
You're gonna go into your shell.
You have swords, don't you?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't need to involve yourself in any fights you don't want to.
well, I don't see the point. This thing is, going to attack. Do we want to try and kill this thing? I'm just gonna swing myself.
Maybe
out.
try and
You know, if you're a coward, that just means that your flesh will be all the more, unbruised.
Okay, fine. I'm swinging my sword at the jelly. I attack with my short sword. Mm-hmm. So that's a 7.
Just bear in mind that you saw like a normal sharp slashing weapons in the arrows.
Okay.
Didn't.
I go to attack it with my short sword, and then I think better of it and withdraw into my shell.
You're all on your own.
Yep.
Freezer, you're up.
Okay. Would you say this is this ooze, Dave? Is it sort of a bright green color, like a sort of toxic ooze, like a radioactive ooze?
Ochre.
Yeah, but is ochre like is it sort of the kind of thing that if you touched it, you'd get sort of mutant powers,
yeah.
mutant ninja powers,
Kind
for
of thing if
example?
there was a baby animal.
I'm
in
really
a
curious,
gutter.
Tom. What reference do you think? Where do you think he's going with this?
I love Robin Williams.
Flubber, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Flubber.
Damn.
Okay, no, Friezo is going to go with the original plan of casting Eldritch Blast at the ooze. Oh no, I rolled an 18 already. Well, that's a 15 plus my spell attack anyway, so it hits.
Hit.
What is it? 1d10 force damage. Which one's a d10? This one?
It's the diamond one,
It
but
is
not the
the-
D8.
Diamond one. It's the 3 plus 1, and I do 4 force damage.
Okay, so you do force damage to it.
Please,
Yep.
Dave, sing it.
Yeah, the rest of the show has to be done to the tune of "Eye of the Tiger."
All right, so that seems to hurt it. At this point, you notice something as well, which is the hole that the arrow has fired through it didn't reform, and as it sort of moves and is pushed back by the force damage of it, it starts to tear apart, and it forms into 2 different jellies.
No.
It's still going forever.
They're both looking at you now.
They have eyes.
They have eyes.
No, well, I mean, they've got a pseudopod each that sort of, like
Do
Pseudo.
they have any sort of
Like a snail eye.
recognizable body parts though?
they have the trunk,
Uh-huh.
the pseudopod, and the flaps.
And just one
Ooh,
big
it's got
scrotum.
flaps.
What was that?
Is it like?
Nothing, Dave.
Do you know how snail eyes go out and then suck back into themselves? Like gross.
Yeah, it's got a bit of that energy to it.
Okay.
Dave, can Bastion attack it?
No, well, now it attacks. First of all, one of them attacks the turtle. How does this work?
I have.
You get +4 at armor class.
Yes, I have +4 in my armor class, and thank Thank you for asking. So I have an armor class of 21.
21.
Yep.
All right, well, that misses. And the other one attacks you, Baston.
Oh
Which
no!
just, I guess, it sort of tongues you.
Yeah. From inside the shell, you hear the faint sounds of muffled carnival music.
Is there like a tiny like door that you can shut with like a click?
I've got armor class 18.
14 it misses you as
The
well.
turtles
suck
like
a fuck.
extract on their shells?
Why don't you come over here and find out?
Baston, you're next. So, just to be clear, it took a second, but the slashing damage does do something. It's delayed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack it with Dark Winter's Smile.
But, oh, by the way, as you draw Dark Winter's Smile,
Yes.
you suddenly notice that the blade is glowing a brilliant blue.
Oh,
And
cool.
your +1 sword is now a +3 sword.
Whoa, there should be a -1 sword in the upside down.
No.
Damn it.
That's a thing. So it's +3.
So it's an extra +2 to hit and an extra +2 damage.
Wow. Okay, here we go. Do I get 2 attacks?
Yeah.
I'm a fighter. Oh, and what's their armor class?
It is 8.
Sick. I hit, and I hit twice.
The same one?
Oh, yes, the same one.
Or are you going to do both at the same time?
Well, let me hit the first one and let me tell you if I hit the second one.
No. Tell me what.
Oh, I hit the first one twice.
Okay.
Chop. And I do 6 plus 3. And I do, it actually does plus. Oh, yeah, it does. Wait, is it a +5 or a +3?
+2 more.
12. 12 damage.
12 damage, yep.
Ooh.
And the second one?
Oh, and the other one does 10 damage.
Okay, great. So Baston races forward with his swords. and,
Glowing. Chop.
you're using a magical sword.
Yes.
So the magical sword, it seems, again, hurts it like normal, and it just, you chop, and it starts to sizzle, and it collapses into a sort of jelly, flies everywhere, coating the sword, the walls, and a bit of Baston, as one of them is flensed. And the other one is still
Flensed?
flensed,
Do you have
like,
to have skin to be flensed?
well, the flensed is
Different to flayed?
No, well, flensing is what they did to whales.
This thing probably has a skin the same way like a cup of cocoa has a skin.
It has a meniscus, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
And it collapses wetly onto the ground and sizzles. Next up is Bobby again.
Did my torch make it through the portal? Probably not.
Yes, no, it did.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to the one that's unflensed. I'm gonna just lob my torch at it.
Okay, great. Make an attack. Make a dexterity, like a ranged attack.
Thank you. We need one of those croupier sticks to
Yeah.
That's a 6
Plus what? Plus 5?
5.
11. Yep, that will hit.
Okay.
So it does 2d6 fire damage.
Ooh.
Muchy muchy.
That's 5.
5. The torch is extinguished, but does 5 points of damage, and the thing shivers and quivers in pain, wetly.
Or pleasure.
Make for me an insight check.
19.
Pain. Beakus, you're up.
Okay, cool. Noticing that the tide is turning, I pop out of my shell and make.
I'm the hero.
And I'm here again. And I go to attack the one remaining ooze with my short sword.
Yep.
That is a 9 plus.
That'll hit.
Yep, great.
Okay, you create a tear in it, and it falls almost decapitating this ooze into sort of 2 different pieces. But it holds together. It doesn't seem to be physically hurt by it, and then it rips apart, and now there's 2 jellies.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Can I
come
use
on.
Can I use a bonus action? Or yeah, I should roll damage, right?
No,
No.
you don't need to. What's the?
I'm just going to.
Each
hide.
time they're falling apart. By the way, they're smaller.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that.
I'm going to use my bonus dash action to get just a little bit backwards.
Okay, so you run backwards down the corridor towards the cliff wall,
Oh,
and you just rest, lean against the wall.
I lock my limbs and I dunk my shell on the wall.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
And then we go to Friezo.
Friezo is going to Eldritch Blast.
Now, when you're rolling, you are rolling with disadvantage because you're poisoned.
Oh, no, I forgot. I didn't realize I was poisoned. What poisoned me?
You got poisoned by the trap in the signet
Didn't
ring.
you lick the?
Yeah, you licked a poison dart.
Oh, and I licked the other end of the poison dart.
The wrong end.
10 and 9, so either of those will hit.
Yes, they will both hit.
And so a D10.
This is still just a.
5.
How many spells do you have left?
Oh, no, this is a cantrip.
But I'm curious also, how many spells do you have left?
I think we just reset, so I have all that. Oh, no.
No, you hadn't reset.
We had a short rest.
Short rest?
No, short rest is enough. Did you guys rest after
Oh, yeah,
fighting the
'cause he's
skeletons?
an elf.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
10 plus 1d10 force damage, so I do 5 damage.
Okay. 5 damage to... Yep, so one of them wriggles and shrieks and sizzles, and it's very hard to find, to ascribe body language to gelatinous masses.
Who's next?
Me.
No, it's them. So they're going to attack you, Baston, because you're chopping one of them. Misses, and the other one is going to attack you, Bobby. And it rolls a 16. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 14.
Oh, that's
So-
not good at all.
You do get hit.
Can I? It seems like it would attack me slowly. As a, am I able to dodge it in?
You can't use uncanny dodge for this
Okay.
now. So that's 5 hit points worth of damage.
Okay.
But now it is your go.
all right.
Oh, no, it's Baston first.
My turn. I'm slashing it up with my magical
Still 2 of them left.
sword.
What have you done?
Nothing.
Do third level fighter, do I have extra attacks yet? Not yet.
No, you just used... no,
Just
you...
2 attacks.
Yep.
Okay, both hit. One
What's your
does.
second weapon? Oh, yeah, you've got a magical
I've
sword.
got 2 magic swords. Oh, yeah, I do. 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do 8.
Okay, you destroy another one of the oozes,
splat.
and so only the one that was damaged by Friezo's left. And now, Bobby, it's your turn.
Okay. I just remembered that I have a bag of salt from the larder.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah, you have a bag of salt.
So presumably, so I'm just gonna just salt bay it,
Make a dexterity attack.
That's a 2. I'm gonna roll that again.
You season
using-
yourself.
I'm gonna cash in my
Bitcoin.
That's a 17.
Great. All right. You throw it in, and it's incredibly vulnerable to this. It's 46 worth of damage.
Whoa. Salty mother.
That's 7 plus 7, 14.
Okay, it sizzles and dries up into a sort of rubbery disc. That's all that's left of the final.
Shotgun!
Taking that?
Putting the disc into the soup sack.
Okay. All right, you grab the ochre jelly disc and you put that into your soup sack. What's in your soup sack so far?
Tongue, eyes, tail, skull, and now ooze disc.
Tom,
So
you
just unspecified.
Who's this? Is it
tongue,
yours?
Yeah.
No, the tail is from a
A
chieftain.
kobold chief.
So, the eyes are from a doppelganger. Look, it's not important.
Okay.
the thing I don't like about this is it's got a kind of a Chekhov's gun feel to it, right? Because
Yeah.
I just don't see how you're going to use this before the end of the adventure. But if you don't, I feel like it's a lot of wasted time.
Well, as the person who's sort of purveying the narrative, Dave,
It's my job.
You should really try and tie all this together. As the only person here who has a degree in theatre, I believe, Dave.
It's so unfair.
Anyway, just to tell you again, Dave, it's tongue, eyes, tail, skull, and ooze disc.
All right.
Find a way, Dave. Find a way.
The corridor is clear, and to the side you can find, there's just a sort of empty storage room, but which has been vacated. But leading forward, as you get to this stone door at the end of the corridor, you can see a mural of the sigil of the House of Diana, and there's a groove.
Grey Hawkins. Grey Hawkins?
Grey Hawkins in Diana.
Yeah.
All right, and there's a groove again, slightly the shape of the signet ring that you have.
Ooh.
Can I ask what is the turtle's eyesight like? Do turtles have good eyesight? What's their perceptiveness?
Or does he have tiny spectacles?
I'm very perceptive.
Right, so you probably have good eyes.
He
yes.
pays attention to detail. as
I have an
well.
eye for detail, which means I can use it in a bonus action to make a perception text. Yeah, I'm very good at looking.
Okay.
Turtles are excellent lookers.
Ooh.
So if I was to
that's
take
quite a
anything
looker.
from your... All right, I'm going to put the skull signet ring into the slot and then give it a twist.
Okay, great. You put it in, remembering at the last minute that this was trapped in the other world, and you give it a twist and make for me a dexterity saving throw.
No, but in this one it shouldn't be trapped because it's the upside down.
But this was trapped. It was just a different trap.
Tell it to your lawyer.
7 plus 3 is 10.
All right, so there's a click and a sting, and now make for me a constitution save, DC 14.
Maybe if you suck the poison out of this
That is
guy.
a critical fail.
You go blind.
No. Now we have to take care of him.
I'm sorry, I've never met a Friezo before. How good are they at seeing?
What I'm gonna do, Dave,
Yeah.
is Frieza's gonna gouge out his own eyes and put the doppelganger eyes in.
What?
Well, so what actually happened to his eyes?
Definitely don't
No,
do that.
he's
Magical blindness?
It's just a poison. You're poisoned.
poison.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I won't do that then.
It's not like permanent.
Yeah.
Why would that be your solution?
Why is that your go-to?
Your dad is an eye doctor.
Friezo's dad, though. I was playing in character.
Your
guys.
eyesight's gonna come back in like an hour.
Yeah, cool. So Friezo just goes, oh, yeah, no, that's, yeah, sorry, guys. I don't know what I was thinking.
He puts down his 2 spoons.
No, he would have done it with his thumbs.
You would use spoons, wouldn't you? That's
Nah, he would have done it with his thumbs, like in King Lear.
That's the highest brow thing you've ever said.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought you were gonna say Game of Thrones and you went King Lear.
Yeah, amazing.
So we're in the room with the sarcophaguses.
Yeah, the door slides open even as Friezo is like owie and sucking his thumb. And
I'm wondering whose thumb it is because you can't see it.
Friezo does not have object permanence for his own limbs.
yeah, is this the first time Friezo's been blind?
I think so. I mean, he's probably been blindfolded in his,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Just for
Yeah, he's
sex
probably
stuff.
closed his eyes before.
no, well, he doesn't sleep, so I don't see why I would.
Okay, inside you find yourself in a crypt. The room is sort of dark, and there are coffins lining the way leading to the east. And to your right, there's a raised rostra, and on that rostra is a beautifully gilded silver coffin. And you can see, because you're quite close to it, that resting on the headpiece of that sarcophagus is a ring.
And another magic sword.
Yes, and another magic sword.
Cool, 3 magic swords. That's pretty cool.
Just,
You don't share, do you?
Friezo's going to put his hands on, if it's all right with Beakus, on Beakus' the back of Beakus' shell. There's a guide, just so he knows who to follow.
Here, come here. Touch the back of my... Oh, nice.
So you're into that?
Feels nice.
Is your shell slowly filling with cum?
Michael.
Is that Friezo to
Michael,
Vegas?
it is 3 a.m. in Middle America, all right? You'll be upsetting our viewers there.
God damn it.
Because good people need some sucker from their deep red states.
We're very popular in Texas, apparently.
Not anymore.
Sorry, Greg. Anyway, it's 6 a.m. on the East Coast. Good for you. Okay.
6 a.m. is the worst time for that joke. If you had to pick,
Good morning, everyone.
The whole day ahead of you after hearing that.
If you're
Go
just
back to
waking
bed.
up and you're just joining us, hey, I'm playing a high elf warlock, and Tom here is playing a turtle whose shell is slowly filling with cum. What up, America?
I love all these people that just try to engage with what you're saying, Hing, and then they slam up against the brick wall of the moderator because you can't say the words in chat that you decide you can say on the stream.
Okay.
If this isn't the last show we do because Dave is dying, this will be the last show we do because Wizards will definitely pull the plugs on this.
Yeah, so ring, sword, sarcophagus, rostra, come, go.
I'm just following you around, Beacon.
Yeah. Okay, well, wow, another room. Who would have thought there'd be so many of these in here? I'm just gonna check it around. Follow me, Fredzo. And
Wait.
I do an I just investigate the room
Okay,
for traps and anything else.
yeah, make for me an investigation check.
That is.
Way to really take the leadership as the rogue of the
It's a
group, by the
D12.
way.
It's a
You rolled the
D12.
wrong dice.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Maybe
Because
not.
it's a 3. That is a 1.
You rolled better on a D12.
Yeah.
You walk over with Friezo trusting you, holding onto your shell. You walk into the center of the room, look around, and then just punch the sarcophagus as hard as you can, and the lid of it cracks open. As
Wow, pretty cool, huh? These things open when you punch them. It's like a clapper, but much more violent.
okay, everyone's got a second act if you want, because there's a sort of silvery cloud starts to seep out of the sarcophagus.
Friezo's going to echolocate that ring and make a die for it.
What are you gonna do?
echolocate the ring.
So you're gonna be making a series of clicking
You have
sounds with your-
echolo.
Now that's a good audio. That's great, guys. Really
All right,
good.
with disadvantage, make for me a perception check. I guess that's echolocation.
6 and 6 plus
You brain yourself on the side of the sarcophagus.
2 is 8.
Yep, do D4 hit points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, damn it. D4 is this baby.
Hing dives at the cracked sarcophagus and smashes his head against it,
3.
taking 3 hit points of damage.
Um,
Anyone else want to act?
I'm gonna.
You go first.
I'm gonna grab the ring.
Okay, you can see, so you grab the ring.
Yes.
I'm gonna run to where that is it the same like little enclave with the stone that opens a thing?
Yep, that's the thing you've just come through.
No.
Oh.
The secret room's in a different room.
So it's a normal door leading the other way.
Yeah, but wasn't there the secret room where that was like the prayer?
That's in the
prayer hall?
cathedral. The
That's in the
anchorite cell
cathedral room.
is in the next room.
We're in the tomb
We're in
room.
the tomb.
We're in the tomb, not the church.
Oh, okay.
I can't see. Are there any skeletons coming out of these cauldrons?
At the moment, there's just mist coming out of the main sarcophagus. But
Okay, I'm gonna hide.
all right, so great. You hide
Yeah.
behind one of them. Make a hide check for me. And Baston, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna
4.
get the third sword and put it.
Actually, you got the ring. No, that's all you get.
Okay, wait, but who else is taking the sword?
I guess I'll dive for the sword.
Okay,
As,
you
as
can
I
go
see,
for it.
as I see Baston lunge for the ring, grab the ring, and then look back at the sword like, duh, but not enough time.
All right, Beakers, you grab the sword.
Yep. Do I have to roll for it?
No. So everybody grab something.
I grab the sword and I hide.
I put the ring on.
That seems like you can do it as a bonus action because
Yeah,
you're a rogue.
that's my
That's
thing.
fine.
Cool. So the person left in the middle of this room, slowly filling with gas, is the blind
blind
warlock
wizard.
half elf.
Yep.
Yeah, you're the turtle that you trusted to follow you dives forward and now you're left by yourself.
Guys.
All right, and the smoke coalesces and forms. It spins around and it forms into a shadow, a sort of ghostly shadow of a giant man in a bearskin cloak with a big regal helmet under his hand and a huge bushy beard.
Big bushy beard.
A big bushy beard.
And a voice, because it speaks to you.
Who dares disturb my slumber? Whoa! It is good to be awake.
He doesn't.
What
he
are you-
started out
You
seeming
made
angry.
you changed the decision about what you
Sure
were doing with this
did.
character
Oh.
halfway through that.
Oh, hey there, fellow. What are you doing?
Who are you talking to?
What? Friezo's, I guess, right in front of him.
Yeah,
in
cradling
an
his
empty
head.
room.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh.
Just groping around in the middle of this room.
I'm so sorry. As you can see, I've lost my eyesight, and
You're poisoned.
I'm very poisoned. I'm so ill.
That's terrible.
I've cranked my head on something. I don't know what, because I couldn't see.
Right.
But I do have some other eyes. If you would cast a spell to let me use those, I could hold them in my hand.
Oh,
Are
I
you
don't-
magical?
Here, look. Take a sit down. And the man puts down his ghostly helmet for Friezo to sit down on.
Okay.
It doesn't have spikes on it. It won't hurt his butt.
No, that's fine.
It's just a regular helmet. Here, take a little sit down. And he guides him to sit on the helmet.
Sure. Freezer is in the helmet.
Baston, you're standing there just
Just watching?
yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'll just see how this unfolds.
Okay.
Well,
And the
fella.
rest of you can jump in because you're both the two rogues are hiding. So if you ever want to jump in,
Can I do a? Can I tell if this thing is hostile or undead or anything about it?
I let a bit more of the conversation go, and then I will let you have an action to
Yeah, cool.
determine.
Hey,
You can use your bonus action because of the will. Yeah, go
Oh, yeah.
quickly roll for me.
That's a 13 plus
Perception.
Perception, which is, of course, as we all know, +1. So 14.
Despite the fact that it seems like this ghost A has been by itself for a while, and B is trying out a couple of different voices as it goes.
Whoa.
It seems to be benevolent.
Okay.
You don't know that, but Friezo.
No, Freezer's in the helmet.
Did you get caught by one of those pesky traps?
Yeah. I've got this ring that I think makes me feel a bit
That's
safer.
that's my ring.
No, this. No, see, it is your ring, but it's your ring from a different dimension.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, right.
because this. Oh, you come from the right side up.
I guess that's what I mean. We just think of it as where we're from, but I guess we don't call it that. But yeah, that's probably where I'm from.
Yeah, well, this is the realm. This is the upside down. And you come from the right side up. That's a coin that I termed myself.
It's a what that you what yourself?
It's a coin that oh, I got that back to front. Yeah.
Pick a voice. Pick a voice.
I'm doing my best friend Jenkins. Oh, wait. Well, what was the first voice that I did?
Don't know.
Oh, well,
It was like your first voice was like a genie,
Yeah.
and then it became like a crooner.
No.
Oh, okay. Been wrong. A crooner voice.
Bobby pops his head out from his hiding. He's like, Baranor?
That's me. I'm.
What I will say that we give Ben a lot of shit, but one thing that he does do when he does this, Eden,
Yeah.
is he works out the characters before
Yeah.
they arrive.
Well, I thought but I thought I had
me, Baranor.
Well,
It feels like if you ever pissed yourself to death, Eden, you'd stop halfway through and then shit yourself to death. You know what I mean?
yeah, probably. Well, as you can tell, this world. This world is much like your own world, but the flippity dip.
Baranor is the ghost of a medieval lord who was really into improv comedy, and he's just using this opportunity to try some characters.
Wait, I'm trying to run another one. Here's my gruff barbarian. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go for it.
I'm a gruff barbarian. Anyway, I see that you've come into. So as you can tell, everything is the opposite of the right side up. You can see I'm friendly and nice down here, which I guess gives the impression I was a real prick when I was alive.
Potentially,
Introspective.
Yeah. Looking back on my actions, I made some mistakes. I can't change that now. All I can do is be a better person.
So maybe you could help us
Oh,
out.
you've got a friend.
I
Hello.
already said hi.
Oh, hello.
My name's Bobby.
Hello, Bobby. I'm Baranor.
I know, I asked you if that was your name.
Oh, I forgot. I've been alone for so long.
Could you tell us, like, we're hunting. Did anything from the upside down ever come to the right way up?
Oh, sure, all the time.
so how do we get back home?
Well, that portal you came through is a one deal situation. Things come through, but they never go back that way. Now, there is a way out of this upside down, but only the members of the Grey Hawkins family can control that portal. So I suppose if you found someone from my family, but more alive than me, then they could help you.
But he also asks, why do you ask if things come through?
Well, we first of all, we're looking for our friend Phil. She's a half orc, and then secondly, there was a monster that we saw on the upside that we
Could
are
still
trying
be here.
It could still be here.
Well, let me kill two birds with one stone for you. Why, not 24 hours ago,
Tom hates this character so
what?
much.
I thought they're not wildly dissimilar to his voice.
Yeah.
I think that's what I feel is.
Oh, I don't like what I do myself.
Yeah.
I made a huge.
Beakus pops up.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what? Hi.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, well, you have interrupted me now.
Okay, I'll go.
Oh, but now that you say it, I'm talking more and more like you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I saw a terribly ugly, lanky monster dragging a body through this room not 24 hours ago.
What did the body look like?
Oh, kind of big.
Did you notice the color of the skin?
Oh, I'm colorblind. No, green. Probably a green. The lighting's not good in here. I would say, if I wasn't mistaken, it could be a an orc or some kind of creature like that.
Yeah, that sounds like Phil.
Yeah, that sounds like our friend.
And which direction did they
Yeah,
go?
yeah, that sounds like our friend.
From the same way that you came, and why the monster dragged her out that way.
Indicating east, further into.
Hey, you want to come with us?
Oh, well, I would, but I was just playing a game of cards with my friends.
What
What game?
500. You ever played 500?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to play a game of 500 right now?
Yeah, okay.
You're blind.
Someone will have to explain the rules to me, but I'm happy to relay each card in painstaking detail to my good friend Fred.
I'm just
sir.
going to the bathroom.
Well,
Well, we'll deal you in.
And as he says that, out of the other sarcophaguses, 3 more misty bodies come, and the mists coalesce into a card table into the middle of the room, and there's 4 other ghostly people sitting at the card table, and they've just dealt out a hand, and Sir Baranor goes and sits down and picks up his hand and says,
6 spades. Your bid, Jonathan.
Well, it seems like we're done here. It seems like we should really take the hint and move on. What do you think? Baston, what do you reckon?
Oh, I just want to see how this game plays. The game of 500. So many numbers. I think I'll stay here forever. Tell me more of this game. Well,
Oh, my God.
Did we finish the game yet?
yeah,
Nothing. Literally nothing
literally
happened.
nothing happened.
So let's, in the interests of our, what I
Some
assume
of
are
the
our
chat is like,
cratering
does
viewership.
Dave even need to be here anymore? And so I wonder the same question.
Right. So further on, there's the monster, and there's also more rooms. Perhaps with more ghosts with riveting tales to tell.
I realized that this character, normally I was like, oh yeah, he'll be a ghostly guy, but then I realized I'd never done the character before, so I had no substance. And then once I had transmitted all the information you needed to transmit, which was, yes, your friend came this way, there was really no substance left, and I apologize.
Well, is there,
The funny thing
Don't
is,
you
I was
teach
talk-
improv, Aiden? You an improv professor?
Yeah.
was there not I mean, let's just investigate that choice you made for the
Yes,
voice, though.
yeah.
Was there not sort of a classic? I mean, if you're playing a ghost, is there not a sort of a classic ghost voice?
Well, I would argue that he started with the classic ghost voice
Well,
and then
look-
decided that it wasn't a good enough choice.
This is exactly what happens when you doubt your choices. You
Yeah.
just got to back yourself. And I went, oh, I'm going to go into a crooning singer. And then I forgot all of the things that I had done.
but you've got voices for all the rest of the
Right,
characters that are coming up.
Beakus is opening the door.
Yeah. Bobby is right behind him. Rizzo, follow the sound of my voice. La 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 la
No,
la
I'm,
la
I'm
la
still,
la.
I'm still
Oh,
gripping
okay.
onto the back of old Beakus' shell.
You have
Alright.
a nice hand on there.
And I'm going to grip onto the back of
Fraser.
Frieza.
Wait, are you blind as well?
No, but I'm just joining the chain.
Okay, and Bobby's
Ba,
just.
ba, 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 ha.
goodbye, friend.
All right, an unnecessary samba later.
Da, da, da.
And you make your way into the cathedral space, which, as I said, it was a big vaulted ceiling room. Now it has a sort of sinister kind of light. Even though it's underground, it's as if the stones themselves are putting up some kind of powerful light. The room is sort of cold, lunar, not like not werewolf lunar, but like
Yep.
it's sort of like a dark, bright midnight space, if that makes
Like
sense.
a blue light that you use to check a hotel for mishaps?
Yeah, and the turtle's shell is just
Mom, I
glowing.
I did a mishap. I had a weird dream and I've
If
woken up.
you're
with
making a mishap in there, so help me.
Mom, no, I'm sorry. I just made a mishap.
You're at the front, so make a perception
I
check
had the
for
dream
me.
about the swimming carnival again.
Oh, boy.
A critical. That was a 20.
Oh, yay. I rolled a 20
All right.
at looking.
Beakus puts his hand up and calls for an end to the...
Conga line.
The time for
line.
Conga is over.
Ba, 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 ba. Ah.
And he points with a stubby little hand
Oh.
Aw.
at the stone squint cut into the side of the room. and you realize that although all the stonework around here is glowing, it's jet black, and there is a sort of ominous energy coming off it.
Can someone just? You
Are you
both
shouting?
Oh, okay.
What's going
That was very that was very non-verbal.
What's going on, everyone?
There's an ominous. Jesus Christ.
Is there someone we can sit Friezo down that's safe? Like a.
Did you bring the helmet with you?
No, I
It was
thought
a ghost helmet. Also, how did he not like fall right
Yeah, I
through
thought
it
it was
onto his
gonna
butt?
fall through it.
Incredible quad strength.
Yeah,
it is the
Frieza works on his thighs.
Yeah. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Was there like a dead body in that space in the right side up version of this? In the hidey hole?
Oh, in that hidey hole.
Because if there was, the suggestion would be that there would be a like an alive thing in there now. So maybe we don't want to mess with it.
Oh, inside the window?
Yeah, inside the like.
Does the ghostly light, can we see through the window into the ghostly
You're
light?
still at the doorway, so you could walk towards it if you want.
How did we get this thing open in the first place?
Well, we don't have to go anywhere through it. We don't. It was just the
Just
thing
wanna
was in there
check the.
because there was a book in there before. But if we don't need it, we can just go straight through.
You gonna try and sneak past?
No, because remember they could see out of that little hidey hole. Remember, because they.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that.
But if you remember that it was,
But they couldn't get out.
and they could only see
Yeah.
the altar.
Right.
Right.
It was a hagioscope, which is a good word.
No, I think we should. Let's do everything. Search every corner, every nook and cranny.
Get
Release
every XP. It's
demon.
this is a milestone leveling up. Just so you're clear.
You've got to farm out the trash in order to get the good
You're
stuff.
blind.
Okay, so Baston's gonna go and try and knowing where that person can see, I'm gonna get as close to the under the window. I want to sneak under the window.
You've really taken the role of like the trap finder perception.
Maybe I shouldn't do this. I am very bad at all these.
Well, you
stats.
keep failing, but
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper to Beakus to put me at the altar.
What?
Beakus, go put me on the altar. Sit me on the altar.
Really? It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like the right idea.
Do it. You want us to think you're cool, right?
Oh, more than anything, Mr. Friezo. All right. And I pick him up gently and sneak towards the altar.
just plunk him down.
Yeah, just gently.
Okay.
It's what he wanted.
Yep. So you're sitting on the altar.
Yeah.
And
And I just start to make a series of clicking noises to echolocate any traps that may have been set off.
How did we open the room last time?
There's a panel.
Yeah.
Oh,
of
okay.
Stone.
Okay, you suddenly feel a huge lurking sense of dread, and even though you can't see, there is a sort of a square on your peripheral vision that you could point and locate, where you suddenly have a terrifying sensation of something old and evil and powerful, and it strikes you to your very core. And make for me a wisdom saving throw.
15 plus wisdom is 0, so 15.
You hold yourself together, but you, as I said, you get the sense that there is something right there. And he's
towards it and go.
Friezo is pointing.
He's doing the Shaggy special.
Yeah. What is it, boy?
Friezo's pointing towards the squint.
Oh, through the squint.
So even though he's blind, he's pointed out.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Baston's going to go and put his back to the wall. The wall that the squint's in. And he's going to shuffle on the wall. And he's going to pull out his sword. And he's going to shove it in the squint hole.
Shove it in the squint hole.
Yes.
Come on.
That's
You're trying to get someone to suck off your sword?
Yeah, fucking so.
This is a glory hole for swords.
Yeah.
Make
Swordy
it-
hole.
Make a stealth check.
All right, here we go. For stealth.
10.
12.
Plus 2.
All right.
12.
Okay, and now so you go up to the door.
Dun, dun, dun,
And
dun, dun, dun,
You
dun.
walk up and you grab your sword. Baston pulls his sword out and he holds his finger up to everybody else to stay still. And
And then
What's going on?
No.
this is my fault because I keep giving you guys non-verbal cues.
As he holds that finger up, I lean over to Friezo and say, Baston says 1.
Got it. All right, we're doing the counting game.
2.
Baston, you
Spoken with dread.
stab your sword into the squint and make for me an opposed strength check.
Ooh, take
Someone's
that.
gonna lose one of their 3 swords.
Oh,
22.
I get less than that, man. Do I get to use my proficiency?
Baston screams in pain as his entire arm just jerks through the squint.
Does it get sucked off?
No, it only gets jerked through the squint. It doesn't get sucked.
Yeah.
It gets jerked.
It's
Come
just
on.
first. Well,
first.
no. What's base in Faerun?
In upside down glory holes. What's the what's the...
It's
I'm
first.
trying to do something spooky.
I would argue that getting your arm sucked off in an old church is probably quite spooky.
No, it's jerked.
Take 7 points of damage.
No.
Also, which sword did you put through the
Hey,
Yeah, it does. You.
what's the spookiest thing that's ever happened to you?
Does anyone have any ghost stories? Oh!
One time I was in a church.
I tried to stab a guy in the face, but he ended up just sucking off my arm.
Okay, wait. Can I? So he pulls. So what's the? It's kind of jerks. my
You're
arm out of
screaming in
its socket?
pain. You're grappled. You're pulled up against the wall. You.
Oh.
In order to release your hand, probably you would need to open the
The panel.
panel. You know where the brick is.
Okay, I do it. I do that.
Ah!
Okay, you slam. Baston slams at the button, and the door squeals open, and he's able to push himself back as the door opens, and there's just black behind it, and then there's a shambling step, and then another step, as if the figure of the anchorite comes out in sort of rotting robes with their flesh wrapped in bandages, completely covered in these sort of rotting bandages. This figure creeps out of the anchorite, and we go back into combat. Bobby, you're up.
Okay, I hide. Well, no, I presume that as the door
You
goes,
can't go chunk.
as
That's not a rogue
but I've got-
ability.
I've got,
You do that and immediately die.
cunning
You
action.
break all of your
So I would
arms
say
and
that as
legs.
that was happening, I would go out of sight
Yeah.
and then
Scabs.
do a sneak attack.
Okay,
At
yep.
him. So I'm gonna run at him with my.
Well, first of all, just make that hide for me.
do I have to roll for hides?
Yeah, you gotta beat their passive perception.
Yeah, you can use
Oh,
stealth.
right. Okay.
One.
That's a 1, but I'm lucky, so I get to roll again. That's a 20.
20.
Okay, great.
Okay.
20.
So I'm just gonna like, so presumably I've had my back against the wall, and then he's sort of stepped out. I'm behind him. I'm gonna like run at him and take a slash at him with my sword.
Slash at
Yep.
him in the back.
That's a 19.
Oh,
Cool. 19 will hit.
snap.
Great. So that's
Was your sword?
yeah, this is my short sword.
Yep.
So
D6, and you get extra.
yeah, so it's 4 plus 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so you do 12 points of damage. It feels like, as you do the damage, that it's not actually doing full damage to it. It's not as effective as it should be. But you manage to sort of cut it, and the bandage is there, and there's a sort of ugly red wheel underneath. Beakus, you're
Sorry,
up.
an ugly red wheel?
A wheel is like a bruise.
A welt?
No, wheel. That's a.
Yeah, Weal. Yeah, he's in the right.
Okay.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna
Stopped clocks, y'all.
do the same thing of attempting to hide and then stealth attack this.
Oh, you did sneak attack. Did you add your sneak attack damage?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so that's what's sneak attack? It's a extra 2d6 damage.
Yep.
Shit, dog. So that's
Just how
8.
much the 2d6 is.
Yeah, 8.
Another 8?
Another 8.
Okay, cool.
That's 20.
Yep. Well, it's more than a wheel. I would say it's a little bit of a cut.
Cool. I'm gonna do the same thing, attempting to hide.
Yep.
That is a 1.
You have to roll again because you're a rogue.
No. He's not a
Oh, because
halfling.
he's halfling.
Turtle. That's not turtle luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Well, that's turtle luck.
You break your short bow.
What?
Yeah,
But that was me trying to hide.
Yeah, you grip on it.
You tried to pull it into your sword.
Was I holding the short bow
What is
in
a
front
critic-
of
what
my
is a-
eyes to
no,
hide myself?
What is a critical fail of a hide? Bearing in
uh,
mind, this is a character that has walked into a tripwire.
I think I
has
hide-
punched a sarcophagus.
Oh,
No, what do you do?
No,
You tell me.
my immediate thing would be that I hide on the wrong side of a sarcophagus. and then,
And I think you scare yourself so much that you actually lose your attack.
Okay, I will say my arms and legs are going into the shell.
Yeah, that's a bonus action. That's
Yeah.
totally allowed.
No, that's an action. But just because I was scared, it's an
You,
impulse.
you hide inside.
Yeah.
Now he can't see me.
I'm on the Ferris wheel going up. I'm going up to the top.
I'm going down, going down, going up. Okay, yeah, that's Beakus.
Frieza,
Incapacitated.
So Frieza can't see, but I think
you can hear.
magic missile is auto homing, isn't it?
It is auto homing, yeah.
So how many can I cast at once?
You've used 3 of the 7 charges already.
Yeah.
So I'll let you use all 4 if you want. I looked at that afterwards. Actually, you can use it as many as you want.
Oh, so this is a this baddie's yeah. Does this baddie look like a strongo?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
barely,
I
I
think he's
barely
a
raised the
stronger.
wheel on him.
I think
All
he's
right,
stronger.
so let's cast. What's a magic missile damage?
It's D4 plus 1 per dart, and if the darts are 3 plus levels minus 1. 2 plus levels. 2 plus levels.
So I'm using 4 levels.
6
So
darts.
6?
64 plus 6.
64 plus 6. Okay.
It's
so,
surprisingly complicated to do magic missiles.
so that's 5.
Yep.
Plus
10.
5 is 10. Plus 4 and 3 is
17,
so
23.
17 plus 23. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay, that does a lot of damage. It knocks it back into the darkness, and you can't see it again because there's a magical darkness.
Can I
inside
slash
the
it
room.
up now?
You can run in, but it's in the dark now.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash it up because I got a
It's supposed to be
glowing
pushed
sword.
back into its room.
Yeah, because the
Okay, yeah.
so you race in. It's a magical darkness, but the sword's light actually still pierces it,
Glows a bit.
and you find yourself in the anchorite cell.
Is it?
It's there.
Can I slash it?
Yeah.
Can I attack it? I get 2 attacks. What's its armor class?
If you want to, don't forget you have action surge, so you still haven't used your action surge. So at one point you can do 3 attacks.
Okay. What's his armor class?
11.
Oh yeah, I hit him
Yep.
with both. Sucker. And one does 11, and the other one does 8.
Okay, so you do 19 points of damage.
Should Bast not be rolling?
Slash,
should Bast not be
slash.
rolling with disadvantage because one of his arms is all wet?
No, I'm tough, man. I'm a fighter.
Okay.
Tough and wait, because it's wet.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Actually, I'm only going to let you do one of those attacks because you did lose the sword. Sorry.
But you've
Well-
got 3 swords, don't you? Oh no, you only had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom took my other good sword.
So that's that's very respectable. And
Wait, okay, I got to go in there to get my other sword then.
you're going to have to, yeah. And then it's there, and it's in front of you, and it looks at you, Baston, and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, could go badly. 14 plus 1.
15.
Yeah,
15.
You know that's fine. And it just looks at you, and you feel this fear, but you manage to hold it, and it just punches you as hard as it can with its rotting fist.
No, don't do that.
But it doesn't get through
The
your
rotten
armor.
fist.
Sucked in.
The way of the rotting fist.
And then we go to Bobby.
Okay. I guess I will.
Well, it's not in the same room as you anymore.
Same room as me, so I guess I'll have to do a dash to the room.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm gonna.
Which you can do as a bonus action as a rogue.
Yep, and I'm going to. Why don't I cast one of the spells that I don't know exactly how it works.
Yep.
It's called like Color Blast or whatever. What's that one
Color
called?
spray?
Color Spray, yeah.
Yeah, give it a go.
All right. How do I do that?
Okay, so for the first time
Ever.
and canonically he never uses this spell again. So this isn't a. I will just preemptively say that this doesn't go well for Bobby for some reason because he never uses this spell again. You cast Color Spray at the mummy. So roll 6d10.
1d10.
a lot
2
of
d.
dice
So
rolling
there's
we're
2
doing.
d10.
Okay.
So that's a d8, Tom. Count the sides, man.
Okay. So.
That's 4.
Oh boy.
Just roll 3 twice.
D12.
Okay.
It's a d12.
So that's 10, 19,
16.
26.
It's 23. You read a 6 as a 9.
Oh, okay. And then 2 more. 8 plus a 30.
31,
38.
34. Okay.
The 3 is a 30.
So these lights and colors burst out of your fingertips, and the mummy rears back, and it's blinded.
Because it's like, oh, that color combination is heinous. I'd never put that up.
Which it says in a tongue that nobody can understand except
I can
you.
understand it,
You,
yeah.
Bobby, because it's...
What's the language?
It's called fashion.
Wow, brutal. All right.
It's celestial again.
You speak Celestial, though.
Yeah, Friezo speaks Celestial.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Infernal.
Yeah, no doubt. Can I attack now?
Yeah, but it's,
No,
no,
it's
you
Froz-
just did.
It's Frozone's turn.
But Bobby, that went really well.
Great.
Yeah.
Why is he freaking out about colors? What did you do?
I blinded him.
Friend! I too suffer the ailments of not being sighted temporarily.
Now what you have to
Good
do
guy.
is get 2 spoons. Are you writing this down?
I want you to get your thumbs. And have you read King Lear? Try to gouge out your own eyes, sir. This is a persuasion check, Dave.
Because it's your card.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
It's just occurred to me what we could do is have Friezo hold Beakus's shell up to his mouth and see if I could act as a loudspeaker.
I don't want to put your shell to my mouth in case I have to drink a bunch of total cum. Sorry, that's probably too much.
It's yuck.
Sorry,
It's
everyone.
not-
That's
yeah.
probably too much.
No.
All right, I'm gonna pop out of my thing and I'm gonna use insightful fighting to.
Oh.
As a bonus action, I can
Sounds
make
like
an.
something your mum does. She's like, that's very insightful fighting, Tom.
Yeah. After she watches me lose badly to someone half my size, you can make an insight check against a creature you can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. If I succeed, I can use sneak attack against it, even if I don't have advantage on the attack roll.
Okay, great.
Oh, cool ability, Tom.
Thank you. Okay, this is my.
Tom, I think that's a very cool ability.
That's a 12, and contrast against your deception check.
Yep, 10.
Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna let fly a short bow.
You broke your shot bow, didn't you?
No, we decided it didn't. So you pop out.
Yep. I thunk, I think, and then I thwip.
Don't think.
Just like it says on your t-shirt.
Wait, no, you gotta roll your attack.
Oh yeah. 19.
Woo!
But you're shooting into the black darkness.
Yes, but I can see where it is because it's covered in every color, and there's a glowing sword right by it.
Oh, the glowing sword actually has dispelled it. Yeah, okay, so great.
Yeah.
What did you roll?
A 19 to attack, and then a 6 plus 2 for damage.
Okay.
Then what'd you roll for
Oh, and you get a sneak attack. You get extra 2d6.
Oh yeah, and sneak attack, which is an extra 2d6, so that's
5?
5 and a 1.
So
So an
that's
extra
14 damage in total.
14 damage in total. Okay, it's now looking very damaged. That didn't do that much damage to it again. It seems to be quite resistant to normal weapons, but that said, it's taken a lot of damage from magic swords and color sprays and blasts and things.
Cool.
Now,
Can I slash it?
Yes, you
no,
can.
Oh man, I should have used my magic sword. I have a magic sword now. Ah,
Friezo.
All right. I need someone to point me in the direction. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast, and I just want someone to aim me at the
that's
mummy.
a terrible idea. No,
Total, you're up.
definitely don't do that,
Look,
Friezo.
I'm gonna cast it, and you gotta aim me.
wait, okay.
Yeah,
so
yep,
since
yep,
I'm
yep.
still aiming my short bow at it, I assume, do I just knock Friezo into where like does Friezo like clamp into like my shooting pose?
Do you kind
Tell
of
me how would Beakers do this?
I imagine grabbing by the shoulders because I'm like this, and he'd be like.
you should ghost it. Put your-
Turtles are quite strong. You could definitely pick up Friezo, who is flimsy and frail and weak
Yes.
and useless and stupid and ugly and
Patrick
Okay,
Swayze
well.
it. Put your hands on his hands.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
like
nice.
like you want some creepy dude trying to teach me how to play pool at a bar.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So first off, I bend him over at the waist. I put my hands on his wrists.
somebody could draw this. This is the scene that I would like to see.
Put your face close to his face.
Wow, you're really strong.
And then can you just whisper into Friezo's?
Sorry, Dave. Let me roll the dice, Tom.
What do you want me to
Just whisper. Just whisper.
Hold my hand as I roll this dice.
Okay, wait. Okay. 3, 2, 1, wrist.
So one. So you did roll damage.
When you get more involved in the
1d10 force blast. Oh, can I have one of those d10s back, please? The big red one. 2 damage.
Okay, and mesmerized, it seems drawn, even though he's blind, by the color bursting out of Bobby's hands. You Eldritch blast Bobby in the back of the neck.
Now, I wouldn't have been in the line of sight necessarily because I was like, I wasn't in the.
I am loath to admit this, but it's much more likely to be Baston who's in the way.
I guess I'm just
It also is a critical fail by someone who is blind, so I don't know that like getting it even close to the right
Vaguely
direction.
Yeah, no, I 50-50'd it between you and Baston, so
Okay.
it,
Also, it's gone the totally wrong direction and hit Bobby, who is.
but you get the sense that the spell hit.
Hey, I did it, everyone! You hit, 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 hit.
I'm just quickly readjusting myself away.
So,
I'm brushing my fingerprints off. Yeah, I'm like,
Great work, Turtle. Great work. Oh, we did it. We did it so good. Well done, Turtle.
where can I uncanny dodge some of that hit?
No, because again, it's not an area. Uncanny Dodge works against area attacks. It would work, for instance, against
Burning hands or something.
Fireball, any of those.
So what? How much do I cop?
Just 2.
Okay.
It's not so bad.
And Baston, you are up.
So my other sword is on the floor, but I still have one sword that I can attack.
You
with.
can't see your swords right now. So you
Okay,
have
I'm
your
gonna
one
atta- I
sword.
got one attack. Hits 12 plus
we have something for there we
5
go.
is 5 damage.
Okay, yep, hits for 5 damage. It's still up, and now it turns around. It's still trying to attack you, and it glares at you again. So
Yeah, I glare back at it.
we'll make a wisdom save.
Well, does he make a wisdom save?
No,
Maybe you should make it. Maybe he should make a wisdom save, Dave.
Baston's glaring.
I'm.
All right, tell you what, I'm gonna
Baston-
him to make
I think
a
it matched my glower
that's-
power.
only fair.
That's what's throwing.
He rolled a 20.
I rolled a
6.
6. 6 plus 1 is 7.
Okay, you fail, Baston, and you are.
Don't tell me. Don't.
put you in a corner.
No, that is fail is a very strong word, Dave. All right, this is a supportive environment. I don't like that kind of language.
You do not succeed.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you are frightened.
No.
Baston screams, and you drop your other sword.
No.
Bobby, you're up. Oh no, and then he punches you. And he misses again.
Sucked in.
Oh no, he has disadvantage against him now. He hits you.
No, I got 18 armor class
Oh, okay. He misses you again.
because I've got that. I stole that dude's armor from the tomb.
Oh, you
You
got the
got
ring as
mithril.
well. You got the ring as well.
Oh yeah, and the ring.
Oh, you got
The
heaps.
ring
of
will be
armor.
+1. Yeah.
Sick. Is it +1 ring?
Yeah. The other one, the upside down one was.
Oh no, this one you put it on. It's magical, but it's not a ring of protection. You
It's
don't know
not
what it.
cursed.
You don't know yet. You haven't tried to take it off.
Ooh.
Did you put it on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
okay.
what'd you put it on? Which arm did you put it on?
My marriage finger. My
So
left
that's
hand.
the left hand. Is that what you hold your sword with?
It's a cursed ring that makes people suck off your arm.
people.
I'm sorry. I'm meant to be the grown-up. I don't know why. I apologize.
This mummy is just spending its eternity here, like the second something comes through that
that
hole,
ring on.
I will defeat it with
I'm-
my
I'm-
entire.
I'm I'm letting everybody
Why?
down.
Why am I?
Okay, so
I'm letting everyone down. That's terrible.
Jam this big hand down my throat.
I was a king in life. A king.
I'm so
okay.
Sorry,
Bobby's
Greg.
gonna
embarrassed.
Bobby's
I
gonna make
missed
it.
the pyramids.
Reaching his hands up to tickle the elbow.
Bobby's gonna make a
Too
dash,
much, I'm sorry.
and presumably I can move through past this figure because he's bigger than me.
Yep.
And I'm gonna grab the magic sword that's been dropped, and then stabbo gabbo.
Great. Okay, make an attack.
That's 11 plus. Well, how I don't know how this sword works.
Proficient?
You're not proficient with long swords,
No.
so just give me your basic strength bonus.
Basic strength is -1, babies.
So that's all right. That was an 11.
Yes.
So 10.
10. So yeah.
No, dude. I got the maths over here.
It just dodges from you, but you can see it's scared of the sword.
Okay, great.
And Beakus, you're up.
Okay, Beakus is going to charge in with his sword and have
Is
a
Beakus
slash
fast?
at it.
Because you were.
You know what? It does not come up that they are in any way notably slow.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that weird?
Turtles.
Yeah.
I guess the Ninja Turtles were like.
Who?
Hey,
Did
we are
you-
not Dave's idiot sons.
Do you have a condition? So you've got a condition where you can't see Ninja Turtles. Did you just watch the cartoon as a kid, being like, I don't get it?
What mysterious illness is striking down these Foot Clan ninjas?
It's just a TV show about a hardworking reporter.
It's like, a floating pizza.
It's just it's a sad cartoon about an old rat that hosts a martial arts class no one comes to. One day they'll turn up, and then I'll teach them to fight real strong.
And he refers to them as his sons, but they're imaginary, so it's even sadder.
No.
It's just a rat that orders too much pizza. So
Okay, is it a short sword or a long sword?
it was longsword. It's
Okay, cool. I don't know how to use those, but I'm going to give it a go
the
anyway.
same. So you're just going to add
Oh, wait,
plus.
no, I do. I do have proficiency in it. Never mind.
Oh, okay, cool.
Great.
Did you have proficiency in longswords?
Nah.
I don't think you do. But maybe
It
talk.
says here weapons. Oh no, I don't know. Proficiency.
Yeah, oh no, it says
Where's my
crossbow,
proficiency?
hand longsword, rapier, short sword.
Longsword.
Yeah,
And
does it say
long
that?
sword.
up here in weapons.
Oh, I apologize. Make it roll damage.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
Sorry,
No,
Vegas.
go nuts.
Is it D4?
No.
No,
it's
it's
D8.
D8, bruh.
Which one's that? Oh boy.
It's the diamond one.
That's a 6 plus. I don't.
Plus 3, plus 4 because it's the magic one.
Yeah. No, +1. In this world,
good.
it's only +1. It's not
Okay.
glowing.
So that's a 7.
This grabbing the sword, Baroness, upside down sword, bright summer smile. You duck forward, grab the sword, and oh no, this is your one, the glowing
Yeah,
one.
yeah, because he picked up the one that I dropped, right?
+3, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've got the other sword.
Oh.
And Bobby, you dive forward, you grab the sword, and you stab it into the heart of the anchorite, who looks at you, a noiseless scream, as its mouth opens into bandages and continues to open and open as its jaw cracks and the whole of its maw opens and until the bandages collapse and it floats to the ground in front of you because you've killed it.
What a beautiful flower.
Wow. Gross.
Beakus is like, I was also going to...
And everybody looks at you like, didn't you just aim the warlock at my back?
Yeah, but I was going to do I was going to do that, but me. Until he remembered that he can use a
Hey,
sword.
hey, Beakus.
Huh?
Good job, man.
Thanks. Hey,
Next time.
you really did it.
I know.
Wait, who got hit by the? Wait, what happened with my blast? Who
I
got hit?
Yeah, I got blasted by you.
Sorry about that, but I wasn't in control.
Please
I
stop
asked,
calling me Dungeon Daddy Dave.
No, I asked Beakus here to aim me, so I think we should all put some blame on him and his delicious heart. Now let's keep going, everyone.
Am I still frightened?
Am I still
yes.
blind?
Yeah. You're. Are you still blind?
Were any of the gesticulations that Friezo made just then right? Or was he talking to the other side of the room?
it's
Can we get him to roll a dice?
Yeah, 50%. Roll a 4 plus or 11 plus.
16.
All right, you were aiming roughly at them. However, Baston,
Yes.
because being frightened is something that wears off relatively quickly.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, I feel good again. I'm going to pick up my sword. Feel around on the ground for my sword in that dark, dark room.
It's not there.
What?
I've got it.
No, but I don't have 2 swords?
Oh yeah, your other sword. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna let Bobby keep the.
I think we can all agree I did a pretty good job with it. So
yeah, but
yeah, big butt.
it doesn't look, it's too big for you.
Hey,
What?
fuck you.
You stole my sword.
You dropped your sword.
Friezo, you're not looking, but he stole my sword. You can't see it.
Guys, look, we can't spend all day fighting, all right? We need to remember that
literally
the
all we've been
real
doing all
villain
day.
of this adventure is Turtle here.
I don't know. It's Beakus. But wait, no, also no. I'm very nice.
Sorry, Beakus, but you're the villain.
Ah.
Let's take a vote on who the villain is. All in favor of Beakus?
Beakus is already opening the door.
Beakus, you're walking into the next room.
Yeah.
You find yourself in a corridor leading. So you're just leaving the cathedral and going further in, or are you going into the anchorite cell?
Probably because Baston is in the anchorite cell.
Yes.
Right. I'll head on into that cell. I
All
just
right.
want to traipse around, just check it for anything.
Yep.
Then
Okay.
head on.
While they're arguing, the dark is gone now that the mummy is dead, and you can see that the shelf has a book on it, and there is a fountain pouring out next to a sort of stone bed that is collecting into a sort of wooden bowl.
Cool.
Does the water look different from the other water?
Does it look like bad water?
Does it look like bad water?
Is it piss?
Well, you make a perception check for
And
me.
you have to be honest if it's piss.
'Cause what's the opposite of holy water?
Unholy.
That's a
water.
15.
You think it looks pretty good.
Okay. Is that even considering that I have a perception bonus of 1? Bring it up to 16.
Yeah, you think it looks pretty good.
Okay, cool. All right. Hey, guys, there's some pretty good water here.
Cool.
And a bowl.
Can I want to smell it
Does it smell like piss?
to investigate it.
You gotta tell us,
See if it
Dave, if it
smells
smells like piss.
I'm the only one there.
It doesn't smell like piss.
I'm going
I rolled a 20, Dave.
No. I'm not going to let everybody roll. It's been investigated.
I'm going to put my hand into the water.
All right.
Does he piss himself?
He goes to sleep. Because it's the upside down. You put your hand into a bowl of piss, you fall asleep. No, you're it feels nice. Feels nice, cool, it's brisk.
How nice does it feel? Like pleasurable?
Like it feels like water.
Feels
right?
yeah. I should say as well that it's
shallow,
just a
so they-
tiny trickle. So there's probably just enough for one person to drink it. It's not, and then it would probably take a few hours to replenish.
Goodness me, I'm feeling pretty blind over here. Could really use some holy water if you got some for me.
Oh, well, now that you're saying it, there's actually...
You had holy water, but you mixed it with your soup sack. So
You could drink your soup.
No, the soup is for other purposes.
I have a plan for the soup.
There's actually some water in here if you'd like to have a try.
Well, there was some holy water upstairs. May I try the holy water, please?
I don't know if it's holy water, but it's pretty good.
All right, well, I'm going to open my mouth and pour it down there.
All right.
Yeah, we spooned some.
I pick the bowl up and I bring it to Friezo and I...
Okay, Fraser, so you're going to drink the mystery liquid.
Wait, but you promise it's not piss?
I promise it is not piss.
Excellent. All right, I gulp down the not piss.
Dude, Friezo just drank pee.
It is raw sewage.
No. Okay, you drink a potion of vitality, which cures your poison and your blindness.
Hey, suck in. No, wait, no. Yay!
So it's only partially upside down. The upside down.
Well, it was.
Some things
It's
are
not
the
holy
same.
water. Everything's just different.
It's a bit off, a bit weird. You know?
A bit of a viewer skew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now that I can see again, I am going to unwrap that mummy and take its spine.
Oh,
Didn't it
all
disintegrate into
that's left is the bandages.
All right then.
Oh, there's no.
You can make yourself a nice little sushi roll.
Maybe put some soggy bandages in the sack.
No.
you don't
not
want
the
to
same.
interfere with the integrity of the
I
sack.
have a vision.
Yeah.
I'm Damien Hirst.
I don't know who that is. Oh, I see a gross dude.
It's the guy that cuts up the horse.
Oh, right. Okay.
Puts it in a formaldehyde for an art.
Yeah.
Was there
Yeah.
like a piss shark? No, piss Christ.
Piss Christ.
Was that,
Yeah.
was that Damien Hirst?
No,
I don't think that was
the
Damien
Australian.
Hirst.
That was Marilyn
Yeah.
Manson, wasn't it?
No.
No, he sucked himself off. Sorry.
No, he didn't do that either.
No.
You're batting 0 for 5.
Damien Hirst had a rib removed so that he could put it in a jar of piss.
No, I believe David Hirst had his rib removed so that Marilyn Manson could suck him off.
No, so Damien.
It
No,
was a
so
real
Marilyn
Goody Doll
Manson could suck up a
situation of
shark.
sucking myself off.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, we've done every iteration of that joke.
That was what we've. Whew. I got blood.
Oh,
from
great.
that stone.
Friezo's back.
Spilled water all over myself.
Bill ass.
All right, friends.
Yes.
Have my vision has returned. Let us onward into the up into the upward, and rescue our friend Filge.
Let's do it.
Up and away.
Okay, so you race up
Okay.
the step through the. I'm just checking that you're just walking through the corridor past all those little rooms that you came in before.
Oh, the buttery?
Yep, the buttery, past the cold ladders, dry ladders.
Why don't we check the treasure room again?
The bursary?
Yeah. I wanna
Okay.
get my hands on some sweet gems.
Okay, so you race. So there's the treasury is the last door before the stairs. It's locked again.
On the right hand side. I kick it open.
You know what to do, Baston.
Okay, You have 2 rogues in the party.
What did I play?
11, 14.
16.
16. All right. Smash, and the door is splinters open.
Aha!
And you see the shelves of this treasury are all empty. The only thing that's there is that where there was just a kind of mundane lockbox, there is a beautiful wooden chest with steel bands around it, like a treasure chest with a big keyhole, standing in the back of the room.
Oh, look at this classic thing. Holds like 6 Hearthstone packs.
Please. Magic the Gathering pack.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering online.
Online.
Of course.
What was in the last
Right,
box?
Wizards of the Co-sponsored stream.
Of course.
Just gems and
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Okay.
And some fine artwork, I think, but it's all floating around in the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say you have integrity.
Yes.
You've just got artworks in the sack.
What artworks?
Didn't you?
Oh, I do have. Oh, no, that's how it started. Oh, it was a
Good.
separate sack.
You are Damien.
Yeah. That was separate. That was separate. That was a separate sack.
Was it severance?
Yeah, that was in my
sack.
that was in my bag, and then this was this was the cheesecloth.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
made it to
Okay,
it.
good.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Now, if the other one was a lockbox, this is probably one of those fucking things that Dave puts in, where it's it's a treasure chest and then that.
But not everything is the opposite. But I know that guy.
You know that
the
guy?
Munchie box.
Yeah, Munchie
Munchie
box.
Munchie's
We-
box.
Now, what's a Munchie box?
Store's an awful man, mostly teeth.
What's a Munchie box week 2, Beakus?
Munchie box? Week 2, I don't know.
Milk.
Hanging out with your friends. If we all sit down, exchange compliments for a bit, maybe welcome a new member into our gang, apparently. That'll really put a burn on it.
Why don't you get in your show? We'll like cool running sledge you into the treasure thing, and then if it wakes up, you'll be the most protected.
All right. Thunk.
All right.
All right.
Wait, so, and then we
gonna
you
feel
want
the
to get on
rhythm.
your back?
Feel the rhyme. Get on board. It's all
Little time.
And then the 3 of us run with him, but then let go and just kind of. I guess it's not really.
You're doing curling.
It's probably more like curling than
Yeah.
bobsledding. Sorry.
Yeah, and I
I'm
get
gonna
I
surf on top
broom
of the
in
shell,
front of them.
Teen Wolf style.
Okay. Well, all right. You make for me, I suppose, with advantage, you can grapple it.
Okay. Grapple
Well,
my
you-
chest.
Is it a Munchie box?
No, I don't have my arms out though.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's just an
You're just-
impact attack.
Sort of,
It's a bump
it's a
attack.
bull rush, really.
Yeah.
Or we've just jumped on. It's a real Mario situation.
All right. So you
Real Mario situation.
opposed
Right?
opposed strength. Roll for me strength with advantage because you're being.
Because you're a giant shell.
8 and a 16. 16 plus 1, 17.
All right. I rolled a 1. So as the turtle skids towards the chest, it suddenly a huge mouth appears in the chest with big
Munch box.
sharp teeth, and it opens to take a bite out of as an immovable object, it opens to take a bite out of an unstoppable force, and it's racing towards it. And
Does it suck off the Stop.
stop it! No,
Damn it.
I should never have put that ring on. You smash some of its teeth crack, and it tries to bite at it this thing, but suddenly it is knocked against the back of the wall, smashes against the shelves at the back, and the shelves collapse at it as it lashes and snaps, with its tongue going everywhere. And its adhesive doesn't work. It's not able to hold you, and you're able to spring back up again.
Okay, great. I back off just a little bit. I'm like,
Everybody high fives.
Better than any Ferris wheel.
I mean, we don't even need to kill it, right? Like, we can just get out.
No.
I know, we both got short bows. You want to fill this thing full of...
Yeah,
Woo!
let's do it.
Just gonna sit and shoot at it?
It's a 14.
Just unload.
Oh, God. All right. Yep.
All right, that's a 10 from me.
So that's a 11 points. of damage.
18. That's a 20 from me.
Okay, you all get a free round of hitting it. Yep.
Yep.
Everybody tell me how much damage you do.
I'm using my... can I use my sneak attack thing against it?
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah,
absolutely can
okay.
use your sneak attack.
I do 4 damage.
11 plus 3, so 14.
Okay, so 14 from Simon. Maths.
I don't have
11.
any range weapons.
11. Yep.
Oh, just hit it with your sword then, Baston.
No.
It's
This
got big teeth.
is the range attacks. And what's yours?
It was just 4 damage. Wasn't very much.
What did you use?
Just a
rock.
Bingo bango.
Okay.
Threw another smaller turtle at it.
It sort of shrieks in pain, and then it starts biting through the shelves, and it sort of waddles on its kind of the distending and morphing.
It's like Beauty and the Beasting towards us.
And it takes one step, rights itself, takes another step, and it slowly starts to waddle towards the door. Ooh. And Bobby, you're up.
Oh,
You've got about time to do one more thing before it will have engaged.
I shut the door.
Okay. You shut the door and quietly lock it.
Yeah.
And everybody just quietly looks at each other. Takes about another 10, 12 seconds for the mimic to get to the door, and then it just tries to bite at the door, and then you can just sort of hear a... And for a while, nobody says anything.
And yeah, Bobby just goes like,
Yeah, we'll just walk away.
Oh, no. We gotta kill it. Why can't we kill this fucking thing?
You just want its tongue for your dumb sack.
I've already got a tongue. I want its teeth, damn it.
What? What soup has
You notice embedded in the turtle shell are 3 of the broken off teeth.
May I have those teeth, please?
Go ahead.
Plunk, plunk, plunk.
Oh, look at us, like the lion and the boy.
What's the line in the boy?
Oh, you take
goes
a
on to
thorn
tell
out of
you-
my paw.
He goes on to tell you the story of the lion and the boy.
Yeah, I fill you in on the heartwarming parable of the boy who took the thorn out of a lion's paw and was then rewarded.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do I get for my reward?
we come. You level up. Congrats. You get to choose a prestige class.
Thanks.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, congratulations. Fucking dumb. These are getting stupider.
Okay.
Who worked out it was a mimic?
Shotgun
I
this
think
guy.
that was Frozone.
yeah.
Hey, it's my first Bitcoin.
There you go.
Yay,
Thank you.
Bitcoin. Okay, off we go.
All right, so you walk up the stairs and you find yourself in the winery, and you recall the castle, the Grey Hawkins. So there's the guest wing off to the east quarters. As you go upstairs from the winery, you're going to find yourself in the Great Hall again. There's a little stairway leading up to the side. Mm-hmm. There was the family rooms, which were locked off, and only you visited the lounge of Friezo. The front doors or the guest rooms. Other than that, it's just the Great Hall and the dining room are the rooms that you've been to.
Okay.
I guess it's Great Hall.
Yeah, let's go to the Great Hall.
Let's check out the Great Hall.
All right, so you walk through, ignoring all of the wine, and you head upstairs to the trapdoor that Cremated Body let you in.
Caramate body.
Who's traveling first? Are you traveling quietly? Are you traveling quickly? Let me know how it's going.
Let's be sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's going first?
I'll go.
I'll go first.
And I'll go.
So that's a 3 plus.
What's
That's
just
a D12.
No, that's it. No, he did
Oh.
that one.
Yeah.
You could just see the D12.
Plus
What's your stealth?
That's like 9 or something.
You get +6 stealth.
Dexterity? No, it's plus 5.
It's here. It's in your skillsies.
Oh, is it? Skills. 7, so it's in 10.
Baston gets
No, you don't need to roll. It's fine. It's,
8.
So we've had it from Bobby. So it's not successfully sneaking very well. You make your way upstairs, and luckily, because you're making quite a bit of noise, you find that the Great Hall is empty. It seems all of the doors that were locked before are now wide open. The room shines with a kind of sinister light. Again, the light is diffused. It seems like to come from the floors, from the walls, from all around. And the only closed door is the double doors leading out into the world, which are barred and locked. Otherwise, the doors leading further into the mansion all seem to be open, and you can't see yet any of the servants that would normally be around the mansion.
Hello?
Filge?
Hello, Filch.
All right. Well, what door do you guys want to do? I mean, this one here is closed, obviously, but we could also do, I don't know, one of the open ones. I'm easy. Ha! still pretty jazzed. He's still like, it's his first time in a while he's been a partner to like a plan that's gone off without a hitch, and that was like really good for him.
I mean, all he has to compare with is watching everyone in his original adventuring party slowly die one by one.
Yep.
So this is going quite well.
It's going quite well, and it's the first time he's been a part of a thing in this and been like an integral part of it. He's replaying it in his head, being like, "Well, you couldn't have slid Bobby at that thing; we just crunched him. It's like throwing a fish at a seal. I mean, come on, they needed beakers."
So, dining room, guest quarters, family rooms.
How's everyone doing for healing? Should we eat and stuff? Go to the dining room? Oh, that's where we are now.
Yeah, the dining room, you would require food to be served to you. So, you're going to go there and ring a little bell?
We could maybe have a short rest.
I don't know, Dave. You tell me.
Should
Is
we-
there a little bell?
Should we go to our quarters because there'll be like beds there, and we could stay?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's
Have
go
a
to
short
quick
rest?
Yeah. Let's
Do we
go.
want to just keep like? Are we kind of on the trail of like?
I
I guess it was like a day ago.
Oh, are we on a trail? Is there any blood?
If we do an investigation,
Somebody can make a little, yeah.
That's an 18.
18. I guess it's survival or something.
You get the sense, you see that the dust in the room has there's been a scraping shape through the dust that suggests that a large shape has been dragged up these
Is
stairs.
there dust on the empty trail? Like, how fresh is it?
Very fresh.
Okay, very fresh.
Okay,
and-
let's follow the trail.
The trail veers off into the family rooms.
Okay, let's go to the family rooms.
Yeah.
Now let's be stealthy.
Okay, now we stealth.
One more stealth check for me.
Just Bobby or everyone?
Just Bobby.
It's an
18.
Okay,
18 plus 7.
25.
Bobby, you sneak into the lounge, and the fire is burning in the lounge, but you've actually been in this room before. Remember, you came in once to get Friezo because he couldn't stop stealing.
Oh, that's right, yes.
The fire is burned down low, but it still there's a little bit of warmth coming off it, and the room is mostly empty except for a figure that is standing in front of the fire, wrapped in a huge bear cloak that you recognize.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
Sock puppets.
Someone was just asking why we don't have any shoes on. It's because we don't wear fucking shoes inside, you insane psychopaths. Because it's indoors. It's socks only.
My house, my rules.
It's Dave's house, and he's weird
Yeah.
about it.
It's not weird.
Psychopaths. Anyone who wears shoes indoors is a psychopath.
Wait, what?
Well,
Why though?
hey.
What if
Sorry.
you? What if you
All
don't want-
whites?
Yes,
All
Or whites, but Dave.
All whites.
all whites but Dave, who's married to a brown. So we're good.
Yeah, we're inside.
Married to a what?
Is that not? Oh no, but I fucked up. This is what. Oh no. My girlfriend.
Shaq, you're in the next room, audio engineering. This.
No,
How do you
this is
feel being
suck.
referred to as a brown?
Oh.
She says it's
Oh
not great.
no, I'm sorry. It's a term that Hum uses to describe
Yeah,
herself
Hum
and her
can
family,
use it.
and I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
I just used it, and Jay-Z uses it all the time.
Sorry.
It sounds
My
so
bad.
cool when he says
I
it.
apologize. Well, it was no good for me to do that, and I'm sorry.
Next time you do it, you got to rhyme with it. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, well, let's just move on.
Wrapped in a huge bearskin greatcoat, which you recognize, you see unmistakably and the silhouette of Sir Tristan of Greyhawken. And if there was any doubt, you can also see Dark Winter's bite, its blade glowing brilliantly green as well, strapped over that coat as he stands impassively, a figure, a sort of silhouette in front of the fire.
And
He
do I,
hasn't seen you because you've snuck in.
and do I have any sense that if he's like a human version of himself, or is this some sort of shadow version of him?
Because the cloak is so great,
Okay.
you can't actually see anything except the sword and the cloak.
Okay. I'm just gonna watch and see.
He's just standing there.
Is he looking at us?
If the,
No, he's
staring
standing
at
in front of
if
the
the
fire.
upside version of him was very strong, perhaps this version is very weak.
And the other one was very nice, and this one might be very not nice.
So he could be very mean and weak.
I can help.
Sounds familiar.
I am.
Who do we know that's mean and weak?
I don't know.
Bobby clears his throat.
Oh, so you're going to show yourself? Yeah. The figure's head inclines upwards, and it slowly turns around, and you can see as the figure turns around from the fire illuminates section by section in the quite dark room as the figure turns, and you can see that although it's the size of Sir Tristan, it's this fleshy, naked, long-limbed body that you now realize is the thing that you searched. And where Tristan's head would be, there's a giant kind of leathery flower, like a sort of a pod that's closed, and it turns and it sees you, and then it cracks and opens into a 5-petaled
This is the
flower.
fucking thing.
Gross.
each petal filled with razor spine sharp teeth.
Why is it wearing a cloak? Is it cosplaying?
Who's it cosplaying as? Robin
Cutting
Hood?
the,
Yeah.
And the cloak, which was draped on its shoulders, falls to the floor behind it.
Oh, it's like no more cosplay.
The time for
I thought this
cosplay.
would be cool, but I hated it.
I hold out the magic sword in
Yeah.
front of me and sort of wave it towards him to see if it doesn't like it or
Like
not.
a real good sword. Yeah. Watch out.
You're
Do you want to fall in love?
Well, you've given up the game by
Yeah.
showing that you're there. So we go back into initiative order, which means, Bobby, you do have an action.
Yeah, I say, "Where's my friend?" And I like slash at it.
Mixed messaging. All right, go attack it.
It's a 14. So is that -1 because of?
It's not a finesse weapon, so you get your proficiency.
Oh no, so it's
So this sword is +3, right? So you get +2 to hit. Plus proficiency, 3. You get +5 to hit.
+5. Okay.
19.
So 19.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so I
And
do.
it does D8 +2.
Oh, what's the D8? Is that a D8? No.
No, it's the diamond one. Here you go. Use this big boy. No, it's a D10. Use this one.
1 + 2. Oh, isn't it +3? So it's 4.
Yeah, but your strength is -1.
What? This is very confusing.
Yeah, because it's not a finesse weapon,
Yes.
but it's a +3
so
sword.
you're using strength, not dexterity. That's
Yeah,
correct.
so you get 3 damage.
Okay.
All right, so you did.
Math. Math.
Hey,
Math.
just so you guys know, I've just finished reading my character sheet, and Beakus goes, because I can hold my breath for up to 1 hour at a time.
So for the next hour, we just want you to know that you're not holding your breath. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, Beakus, it's your go.
Poo. Oh. All right, I'm going to use insightful fighting. Make an insight check against a deceit check. That is a 7 + 1. That's an 8 against the monster's deception check. Mm-hmm. Do I succeed?
Make a deception.
Yes, you do.
Okay, great. Then I get to use my sneak attack bonus, and I'm gonna, I guess, run in. I get one move and then an action, right? That's how D&D works.
That's right.
I'm gonna run in and smack it with my magical sword, even though it's not as magical as other people's swords.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna use
Still
it's
a
a
good
little bit
sword.
magic. Yep.
Good sword.
Cool. That is a 20.
At 20. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay, awesome.
A natural one.
Yes.
Double damage.
Yes. So
Do you double your sneak attack
No,
as
you
well?
double plus sneak attack.
how much is the longsword? It's D8.
So
D8?
do 2d8.
Oh God.
Do 2d8 plus.
2d8.
Or you do,
Yeah,
D8,
'cause
you do a
it's-
D8 and
Oh.
double?
No,
Three.
because it's a critical.
And
You rolled a
2,
20.
so that's 5.
Yep, 5 plus 6 is 11 plus sneak attack.
Okay, which is 2d6. And so that's 4.
15 points of damage.
Yeah.
Right, that's a lot of damage. And so you screaming, Tortle takes his kind of still magical and would be very impressive in any other room sword.
Yeah.
Slashes it across the chest. Frieza, you're up. And you can see.
Friezo, he's going to cast Witch Bolt, so he's 12 plus 5 is 17. Does that hit?
Yep.
Sick. And does 6 points of damage.
Okay, excellent. And the monster now rears its head and sniffs around as its sort of petals sort of sniff you all out. And tell me who has lost the most hit points.
I'm on 12.
Who's lost the most?
I've lost 4 hit points.
Beakus here hasn't been affected.
I'm on 28. I'm on 16 of 28.
Okay.
Probably you then.
The bat
That's probably me.
seeks you out, Baston, and then it attacks you, biting into your
Stop!
neck. With its and with
It doesn't listen.
Oh, that doesn't work?
try the glare attacking.
Yeah.
No,
Do you
no,
have animal provisions?
I don't like that.
Stop it.
All right, 18 misses, but the other one hits. and
Ow.
It does.
I got 19 armor class.
Yeah, I know. 8 hit points of damage,
Oh man, I'm hurting, yo.
and then it also attacks you once more, and also hits, and it deals another 7 points of damage.
Oh.
Baston, quick! Pull your arms and legs into your body!
What about your mithril?
That's your solution to everything.
Yeah, he hit me though.
Oh,
after
boy.
he hit me.
Okay.
It's very powerful. It's a big old
Okay, do I
monster.
get to attack now?
You do.
What's his armor class?
And then sorry, last thing.
Hit.
It also, it's the damage that you've done to it so far. It sort of starts to disappear
Oh no.
as its skin sort of
Oh, it's regenerating.
re-knits,
nice.
and it gains back some hit points.
Boo. 5 damage. Can I attack with my dagger as well?
Yeah, but just without any bonus.
12. Yeah, what's his armor class?
50.
Yeah, I hit. And then I do D4. 4 damage. Do I add my strength to that?
No,
I
you
do.
don't. No, 'cause- oh, you don't have two-hit weapon fighting.
Yes, I do. It's written right here.
Oh, then yeah, sure.
7 damage.
All right. And so it's you do a lot of damage, and it's sort of flailing back. And Bobby. So again, the room, there's a fireplace. You know that there's the bookcases along the side of the room.
Yep.
That were that Friezo was interfering with before, the locked cabinets. There's a sort of 2 armchairs and a table, and there's another door leading further in, just so you've got the room, and a chandelier above your head.
I'm going to
Whoa.
the opera this.
Yeah.
No. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab...
What a great musical.
Yeah, let's just take a moment to respect and admire Andrew Lloyd Webber's
I know we don't have.
collective work.
We've only got like 15 minutes left. Is there time for a short synopsis? I've never seen the
Okay.
Phantom
Is
of
Phantom
the
of the Opera the one that Hing thought was Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No, I thought the time warp twist was Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's still not. You got it.
You got it wrong again. You got it wrong again.
The time warp twist?
Let's do the time warp twist.
What are you talking?
You thought that the Monster Mash was from Rocky Horror.
Oh, yes.
The time warp
Let's
is
do
from
the
Rocky Horror,
Time warp and twist.
and the time warp twist
It's just a twist to the
is
left.
just.
And then a twist to the right.
Oh, fuck. So, wait, so what was... look, we don't have time.
Okay, all you need to know about the Phantom of the Opera is it was written in the 1980s, so it starts with some hectic drum machine.
Great.
That's all. And then it's in 1858 for the rest of the time.
And it sucks.
It's-
But for that 1 minute.
It's hectic. It's hectic like New Order, like Anyway,
Great.
Get into
I'm sorry for getting us off track.
No, that is fine. All right, Baston, you've just hit Bobby.
Yeah. I'm going to see how it... No, if it was warming itself by the fire... Yeah, maybe it can damage it. I don't know. I'm going to grab a log from the fire and fling it at it.
Oh, okay, great. We'll make
Oh
it-
yeah. Make sure you don't use that magic sword, Dungus. I bet I couldn't have used it
I
for
know, it's
anything
fucking
good.
ma-
Way to reach into the fire,
Yeah, first of all,
idiot.
dexterity save DC 10.
Does it?
Phew.
All right, yep, cool.
And-
And then you can attack with it now. Yeah, use it as a weapon.
That's a 7. Plus what?
Your dex?
My dex, I guess.
So no, it's just you. So plus, yes, just your dex.
Okay, that's
7 plus 3 is 10.
yeah.
Okay, you wave at it and it rears back, and you can
Okay.
it clearly doesn't like the fire, but
See,
it
good.
keeps its distance.
Guys,
Oh.
Beakers.
important to test these things out.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's true. Give
I
it brain.
I see the fire and I look hurriedly through my inventory for anything that could be capable of making fire, and I don't see it. So
What about a turtle? You can burn one of them.
no,
did
that's
any-
me. I'm a turtle.
Did anybody take any like liquors from the wine cabinet on the way through the first time round?
Yeah, we could
No.
drink them and
No?
make
Okay.
come up with some cool
You were
ideas.
still being escorted at that
Right.
stage.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to, lacking the means to make fire, I'm going to simply attack it again with my sword. I don't know if I have to do this insightful fighting thing again or what, or
Maintain.
No, imagine it lasts.
Yeah, if you
No,
want-
yeah.
right. Like I have a bead on this thing. I get it.
That's fine. Yeah.
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 Also,
the,
also to be honest, it has disadvantage now because it's engaged in combat with Baston.
Yeah,
so
the
you don't need
UI
to use that.
Oh, okay.
the UI has highlighted the weak spots.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's 11 plus a whole bunch,
Yep,
frankly.
that's fine.
Yep, and then my damage is 2d8 and a 2d6 and a d8.
Off the crowd disappears.
That's a
11.
2, 4, 5. Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. It's
What's that from?
starting.
Phantom.
Is it?
No, it's not. What? What did you say?
Off the cast disappears, but the
The
crowd
crowd
still
still
cheers.
cheers. Opera. To hell with Clifton Handle. It's a scandal.
Is that
Back up in the
Masquerade?
aisles. No,
Masquerade?
that's
Fan of the opera.
Fan of the Opera.
Opera. Opera.
I was working in the opera.
Hey Dave, I realized just then when I was googling that I have level 2 spell slots. So I didn't realize I had that. So can I retroactively?
Yeah, you can do extra damage.
Yeah, cool. All right. So the damage I didn't do before was 7 at that, and then this time it's 6 and 2, so that's 8.
Okay.
So it's 15 total.
Thank you very much. Beakus.
Fire spells?
Beakus had
probably.
to go. Friezo.
Me.
No, Friezo. Now it is your go.
Oh, no, sorry, that was my go.
Oh, great.
I'm just continuing the witch bolt.
Great. All
So
right.
that was 5th. So 7 was the dice I didn't roll before, and then 2 and 6 were these
Okay,
ones.
so the next up is the
Me.
no the monster.
No, I attacked it first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm going to
I have a fire
use
spell, but I have
my second
I have my
wind
fire spell top.
as a bonus action. Once per short rest to regain d10 plus 3 hit points.
Yep, that means you can't use 2 weapon attack.
Okay, but I can still do 1 attack,
Yep.
right? Okay, so I do 13 plus 6 hits, and I do 11 damage. 11 damage, and I heal 12 hit points. I rolled a 9.
All right,
So
cool.
I'm back to 13.
All right, and it is very badly hurt, bleeding. One of the petals hacked off from its disgusting, pulsating mouth.
Gross.
Is the pedal on the floor?
Yes. What are you writing?
Soup sec.
What-
Hey, it's gonna.
Soup sack,
Don't
baby.
put dice cam up for that.
I rolled a 16 and I die for the pedal.
Provoking an attack of opportunity. Because you're stealing bits of its body, it rolls a 18.
15. Dang it.
Okay, you get clawed. Which is good, because you want to actually get hurt, because you needs to actually, be worth something. So you take 16 hit points of damage.
Well, this is kind of like you eating a very spiky ortolan, isn't it?
Wait, what's
16 points of damage.
2d8 plus 3.
what's an ortolan?
It's a
shameful bird that you
eat,
eat
blind.
set
Both on
live.
1 hit point each.
No, I just healed myself 12 hit points
Oh, okay.
because I'm sick.
But as I said, the Demogorgon looks quite hurt. And at that point, it runs over to the fireplace and it slams its hands, searching until it finds a sort of ornament of a bear riding a bigger bear, ceramic. And it...
Hang on. Is one of these bears
Straw hat.
humanoid?
No. It's like...
Is it Winnie the Pooh?
No, it's
got that
more
from a
like
loot
rare...
crate, you
It's got like a
whimsical little
rare
freak?
rabbit feel to it.
Wait,
like,
there's a bear riding a bear?
Yeah, one rare bear...
Like sexually?
Is this kind of like how Goofy is a dog but owns a dog,
it's
which is
like-
Pluto?
Is it riding Bear Girl or Reverse Bear Girl?
And it pulls...
Is it Bear Grylls riding a bear?
It's
Yeah, are they naked or are they clothed or are they
Okay,
bare?
well, so I think again we are focusing in on the unimportant part of the narrative because
It's about world building,
all right,
Dave.
but it pulls at the ceramic bear and the entire
Which
fire.
bear? The bear being ridden or the
That's a fair question.
It's a fair bear
Yeah,
question.
it gets
That question's
its
about a
hand
bear.
mostly grips the smaller bear, which is attached to the bigger bear, and the entire unit.
Oh, so they're two different species of bear. Okay.
Yeah, well,
would
you
you
see,
say-
it's a brown bear. It's like,
dimorphism is also quite common.
I just wonder if this is. And the fireplace begins to turn around, and it disappears. And on the other side,
Now, I would argue that Bobby is standing at the fireplace having lobbed a stick in it. So it seems to me the Demogorgon is like leaning above Bobby, pulling this bear
yes,
off.
this is great, and you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Bobby disappears, like with his face like whoa, as the whole thing spins around, and Bobby and the fireplace disappear as the other semicircle of the fireplace reveals itself, and standing, filling up the entire space, is a giant, scaly monster on its haunches with 4 legs, each with wicked claws on it, and its neck has 8 different snake heads, each of them with a frill, because this is a Thessal hydra.
Somebody pull the bear again.
Wait. Did you say 4 legs?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Never mind.
that's your take home.
Yeah. Fully.
A quadruped.
It's so stable.
Yeah. Ignoring the 8 heads. It's a Thessal Hydra.
It's a Thessal Hydra because you have found the Thessal Hydra. And with both of you injured, this is looks like a dark time for the Dragon Friends, with one of them separated, who knows where, the other two both almost dead, and a turtle who, let's be honest, has not been there for them when things go hard. In fact, the turtle, it looks at you and make for me a Constitution saving throw, Tom.
Okay.
I'm going to do this just, for tradition, really.
That's 15.
15? All right, great. You take 20d6 worth of damage, and the
what?
turtle dies.
Oh.
Oh!
And so...
Just spontaneously.
do I just have a heart attack?
It's the congenital.
Because
I mean, you can choose how you want to go out, but you're not going to be here next week.
I would
so-
actually.
Oh,
I
hey,
loved
Dave.
him so much.
He turns 50 at that precise moment.
I would really love it if you didn't have a heart attack.
Because it was...
Dave, so it's the kind of thing where it's like you go into D&D Beyond and you're like, total, okay, +2 con, that's good. At the end of every turn, make a
This is
Constitution
exactly-
saving throw or die of a massive heart attack.
This is exactly what happens in the chick tract about D&D.
Blackleaf, no!
Just as a closing thing.
I mean, if you like the character, I can choose... I mean, I don't want to kill the character.
Hing's got something.
No, hang on. So what's your character? So the Thessal Hydra's there. Where's Tortle?
I hacked at the thing, so I think I'm just in front of the Thessal Hydra.
Okay.
Do you know what? No, I'm... What? Sorry, you finish this.
Oh well, Bobby, can you mage hand the Tortle shell towards me?
Gone around.
Oh, you have. Dang.
The turtle shell is me. I am
No, this
the
is
turtle shell.
This is unfair. I just wanted to kill Tom's character because Tom's characters always die, but it has to mean something. So Tom, I'm going to take control of your character next week.
Yay!
And if he survives, I'm going to give him back to you in one piece, okay?
Okay.
But if he doesn't, it's not my fault.
I understand.
All right. And so, trapped in the Castle Grey Hawkins in the land of Indiana, it seems that this world is not as it should be. It needs to be righted somehow, upside down, off its axis, off kilter, helter-skelter. The dragon friends are trapped, 1 in one room, 3 in others. A turtle as well, a hydra, something, Netflix, buy it, starter sets, commerce, go for it, Twitch. Tune in next time.
We love friends.
I think we're going to be heading over to our Twitch channel now, twitch.tv/dragonfriends, and we're going to do a bit of a quick Q&A if you'd like to ask any.
You will curse the day
so-
you did not buy the
So for more of that,
starter set.
we're also going to be singing an original Phantom of the Opera song. So when this goes offline, join us, twitch.tv/dragonfriends. See you soon.
Da 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 ba ba.